Oh, and we are live. I can hear that piano, so I hope it's not picking up on in here.
Playing Walking in the Air, it's very depressing.
Yeah.
Not even December yet.
I've got my Christmas decorations up.
No, I've not.
Well, were you going to put any up in your...
No.
No. That explains it.
Someone else does.
Mystery solved. Hello and welcome to The Room, Pulse Media radio show and podcast. As always, you're joined by myself and Jack and...
No one else?
A very late Tom.
A very late Tom.
And an extremely late Gregor, because he's not coming.
He'll be a week late.
Yeah, he'll be a week late.
Bear with him.
But I'm very excited about today's episode, Jack.
I am.
Yeah,
I am.
Should be a good one. If in case you haven't missed, if you have missed what we've been posting on the socials, that's our Facebook and Twitter, by the way. We will be doing a sort of best of from the last 20 years because this is our 20th episode. I should play like a jingle or something there, like a clapping thing. Or let's try this. What is this keep doing there? I don't know why.
Basically, we're running a bit. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that.
We're running a bit odd with this episode because although we've actually planned it all out, two people haven't turned up.
Yeah.
I mean, Gregor has an excuse-ish, but Tom is he's just late, as per Tom. So we'll get here. He'll get here. But Tommy's also got the soundtrack, so...
It's one of my biggest pet peeves, that tardiness.
Yeah.
You
were early.
I'm always early.
I was
3 minutes early.
Room late right in, but you were
I always
early.
am. I always take when I say I'm going to be there as a deadline of the absolute latest.
It's a good way to be.
What was it they told us in first year?
If you're half an hour late, you're already...
No, if you're there on time, you're already half an hour late.
Yeah, something like that.
I quite like that. That's
good old Chris teaching us
the way the warrior. And we will have a soundtrack this week, as always.
It'll just
for
be
you to guess, but it's just we let Tom do it this week. Yeah.
We allowed.
We gave him some power, and boy did he rise to the occasion by being late. But when he arrives, we will bang on with the soundtrack. And yeah, like I said, we will be doing a sort of picking the best film.
Oh my God, he's here! He's only 3 minutes late. That's
wow!
Impressive.
When he said he was going to be 5 minutes, he delivered by being 3 minutes.
You know what? It's not even that late.
Yeah. Right.
It's not even that late. He's made it. He was listening in the car. He had us tuned in on the FMs.
Yes.
He didn't.
No, we've all been on for it. Music, Tom. Give me the music. Give me the power.
Comes in. He's literally throwing a chair across the room.
I know.
Shout out to my dad, all the way from Bolton.
Sorry.
There you go.
Oh, is he listening?
Yeah.
Is he scouting us?
Scouting us, yeah.
Fantastic.
Was it your dad?
Ooh. Do you know your research in Rigo's thing, apparently?
Oh, yeah. Did you tell him about that yet?
No, I haven't.
In case you're listening, Ian.
He knows all about you. He's terrified. You actually are researching.
Yeah, no, you need to watch yourself online. I have your phone number and email and everything. I'm watching. Yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Wait, turn off the screen.
I can't turn off the screen, Tom. Yeah, that's a better idea. Just it's frozen. So yeah, do you want to just plug the social medias for a second whilst this is...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you do that.
It's currently not responding.
I don't know the social
medias. Well, hello. I'm now officially here. Wonderful audience. So we are the Pulse Media radio station known as The Room.
Podcast.
We talk about films, TV, and any platform of storytelling, as I put it.
Storytelling platforms, yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we talk about anything that comes on topic, whether it be games, movies, TV.
Whatever we feel like.
Whatever we feel like, yes. We also talk about... No, we don't talk about. We do a...
we don't talk about.
We do a competition each week. If one of our lovely audience guesses the movie of which the soundtrack is from, then we will give you a prize. So far, no one but ourselves and... yeah, that's the one. And our friends have guessed it, so no one has actually won a prize yet, but...
It's not no one's won a prize, it's that we just haven't given prizes out.
Well, yeah, because
everyone wins every week.
It needs to be someone who isn't our
Everyone
friends.
is a winner.
But yeah, so you can find us on Facebook the Room Radio Show, Pulse Media.
Room Pulse Media Radio Show.
That's the one.
Don't worry, Tom, I'm here to say
It's,
today.
it's one or the other.
This ship would sink without me.
It would.
Yeah.
Or you can find us on YouTube, which is the Room Podcast.
Yeah, you got that one.
And on Twitter, which is Pulse Media Radio.
No, at the Room Pulse. Close though.
That's the
And
one.
if you would like to email with a business inquiry, maybe sponsorship, maybe you just want to tell us that we're doing a bloody good job, you can find us theroompulse@gmail.com. Yes,
I think
I always get that wrong.
I think you make that one up every week. You change it from week to week, that one.
No, honestly, I just get it wrong every week. It's really complicated because it's the same as the Twitter, just the at's in a different place.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, fair,
But you have to make them the same, so
this
we can build an
he's got
audience.
written notes.
I have got
everything.
written
Yeah,
notes. It's bloody hard.
I'm in 2017, so I made all the notes on my phone. But
Pad and pen, mate.
Not quick enough. I'm literally
you're living in
like,
you're living 20 years ago, 1997.
So I don't think there's been that much news. So should we just get straight into
we'll
it?
dive into it because
After this song.
News has been pretty.
I mean, apart from we'll play one song and then
one song.
One song.
Let's go for one song.
This is one song. Like him
indeed.
Wow, what a fantastic song.
What a song.
What a song. So
do you know what it is yet, audience?
No,
I wouldn't have guessed it from
I don't know
that one song.
No.
Anyway, let's crack on.
Yeah, let's get going.
The theme of today's episode, as we are the only ones that know, and we've not actually told anyone yet.
Yes,
we just mentioned it.
As this is the 20th episode, we're series 2, episode 3, I believe.
Yeah, well done.
We're going back to 1997, the year I was born.
The year I was born.
Big up. The year, 10 years after Tom was born.
I was about to say.
When Tom was a wee nipper.
Tom was a fully grown adult. We're going back to 1997 and we're going through year by year and telling each of our favourite films.
We're gonna go through
as it goes
and say what our favourite film for the year is, and then we're gonna come to some sort of agreement.
Probably not,
because we can never agree on anything.
But whilst you're sat there at home listening in, you might agree with what we're saying, but you might not realise there's another film that year which you might like more. So we're gonna tell you a list of the films that came out that year, just in case you think one's better than another, because we are gonna have different opinions. I mean,
yeah,
that's fact.
And if you at home do disagree with our choice, be sure to comment on our Facebook page. We won't agree with you, and we won't care, but you can do if you want.
That's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
So, 1997.
I long to be in a position where people clamour for my attention,
and you don't give it them,
and I just don't.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So
that's the dream.
First year, 1997. Good year. Am I kicking it off? Can I kick it off?
Yeah.
I'm the youngest. So, most people think 1997 biggest film that year, easy. It wasn't. That's not the best film of the year.
What was the biggest film in
Titanic.
Biggest film of the year.
Oh
Titanic.
Yeah,
no.
But as Titanic is itself, fine film.
It's a great film.
It gets good when they all start dying.
Yeah.
But
they could have
not
fit
the best
both
film
on
of
that
the year. Best film of the year that year, in my opinion, LA Confidential.
Oh, interesting.
I haven't seen that.
I watched that very recently.
It's a very good film. It's a very good film. But to be honest, I didn't think it had much competition that year, other than Titanic.
I'll get it up for you, Tom, so you can have a look at it. Right, Tom.
Disagree with that.
Tom disagrees. I think 1997. Actually, I've only got one down for 1997, but
really?
Yeah.
It's got a good couple of films that year.
Yeah, Tom, you go next.
Okay, right. Right. Mainly because it is what I watched when I was younger, so it affects it.
Which means it's terrible.
No. The Fifth Element.
I've never seen The Fifth
Luc
Element.
Besson.
It's
recently did
basically Die Hard in space.
Valerian. You mean because it's got Bruce Willis in it?
And he's like a guy who's like, I'm just on vacation.
But is he not? Yeah, but he's a taxi driver in that.
I know, but he's just on vacation.
He's always on vacation.
No, it's a good film. It's got a good world. It's got some good humour.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. I mean, it's sort of one. It's Luc Besson's best. I mean, I feel like it can't compare to Leon. It's just not seen it, but
the one that I picked over.
I think it's a good. That film is a good sort of concept and well, let me just show you an image of Chris Tucker in it, Jack, and you can tell me if this is the best film of that year.
Nah.
That's Chris Tucker in the film.
Mate. I can't see him.
Turn the screen right.
Yeah, I'll agree with my dad there that you're speaking nonsense. Yeah. I've not seen it, but
yeah, my choice, and I'm very confident. And I know you haven't seen it, Jack. You said you didn't see it last week. Boogie Nights.
No, I've never seen Boogie
Yeah.
Nights.
I know Ian would have seen it.
Good film. Ian sees a lot of films.
Yeah. Boogie Nights. It's Paul Thomas Anderson. See, does he approve?
I'll find out. 1 second.
Ian,
Oh, I know he agrees with me. LA Confidential.
go
is
go on to our Facebook page. Give us some.
We've got our first dilemma.
Some comments.
We've all named different films.
Well, this is going to happen. This is going to happen every time because we have different opinions on films. Tom's will all be terrible. Mine will be reasonable.
Nah,
Everybody's will be a little bit
mine
out.
has value to me. Okay?
Well, I
we
suppose
weren't
that's
going
deep.
on the best film of that
Okay.
year. We're
Fair
going on
enough.
what we prefer.
I sort of was, but also what I thought was the best film that year. So some of your ears are a bit dodgy, and we'll get to that.
Right. So Jack, pitch me LA Confidential in
Why it's the
30
best.
seconds. Yeah.
It's just I can't. It's just a very very good film. It's got.
Whoa, I'm sold.
I can't.
I was about to say,
I
my
can't.
opinion
It's
is
too-
It's a very good film.
If you've
They
not,
should put that on all the posters everywhere.
if you've not seen it, then
Jack Savage says.
So I haven't seen this, and if I had seen it and it was as good as you make out,
I know. I think you would think it's the. But yeah, he's in a lot of my films. I've picked.
Yeah, no, he's in a lot of mine as well. We
I'm
talked
right.
about the infamous Kevin Spacey, a favourite on this show, but not in terms
Unfortunately, a
yeah.
favourite on this show because can't fault the man. I mean, we can a little bit.
It's all right.
But
I think
for different
your 30 seconds are up, Jack. It's a good film.
It is, yes.
Good film.
I mean, all right. Pitch me The Fifth Element, Tom.
Okay, great humor, great production quality, okay, and great story, great universe. Just a good amount of fun in a well-made film. CGI is a little bit terrible, but for its year, it's not that bad.
Okay.
And Boogie Nights. Go.
Boogie Nights has an all-star cast. A young and upcoming director who is now one of cinema's greatest, Paul Thomas Anderson, of There Will Be Blood, multiple more. Mark Wahlberg plays an up-and-coming porn star, ready to smash the industry with the name Dirk Diggler. It's got your favourite in, Tom.
Go on.
Thomas Jane. There
Boy.
he is. He plays like a guy with moustache and sideburns and a big shotgun. It's fantastic. Burt Reynolds.
Sounds like
Julianne
the 80s
Moore.
version of The Punisher. Right?
Yeah, as always, Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it, and John C. Reilly. Which
As always.
they're always in his films, and
Not
sometimes
anymore. He's
William H. Macy. Who isn't? Oh, because he's
Philip
dead.
Seymour Hoffman.
Oh wow! Rest in peace. What a great actor. So yeah, it's just a very interesting and unique
My dad
concept.
agrees that Boogie Nights is good.
Yeah, it is a good it's a good film. Fantastic. Right. Can we come to any kind of compromise? I think LA Confidential is pretty good, to be fair.
I haven't seen either of your films, so I can't.
I mean, I've never seen yours. I've never seen yours. You've never seen mine or his,
I've seen
and
all
you've
of
seen
them.
mine and his. So it's up to you, I suppose, to pick. You can't pick Boogie Nights though,
Why can't I pick Boogie Nights?
because we've not seen it. So it's
Uh,
maybe we just
I
don't
pick
come to an agreement.
Jurassic Park Lost World.
Maybe we don't come to an agreement on 1997.
Oh,
I'll
go
go.
on. Well,
I'll go with LA Confidential.
Should we go give it down to an anonymous source, Ian? Should we
He
give it
thinks
out to
LA
Ian?
Confidential.
No, it's not anonymous if you say his name.
Sorry, bias.
Mr. Bolton.
Right, let's move. Right, we'll go with LA Confidential. I'm willing to side with Jack on this
All
one.
right.
Just help me out in the future.
I
alright?
will.
Literally the future.
However,
Hey, wait. There's no bribing going on here.
Shut
Right.
up, Tom. This isn't a democracy.
1998. Now,
Right, I think me and you got the same film.
Right.
I'd like no.
I-
Well, the thing is, another of my favourite films is this year. This was the first year I struggled with. I didn't struggle with 1997. This is the first year I struggled with because the film that I've got is one of my favourite films. However, I'm going to say one of my favourite ever films ever made is Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, that's my one as well.
And how can it not be the best film that year, right?
No,
It didn't win the Oscar. Shakespeare loved it, but I struggled because my second favourite Coen Brothers film, The Big Lebowski,
That's
came out.
also my honourable mention. Yeah,
Came out in 1998, and I really struggled because I love that film.
that is
so
a great
much.
film. I think any other year it probably would have topped the list for me, but
However, also that year, which I don't think compares as much to these two, but I still think it's a brilliant film, is American History X.
that's also my honourable mention.
Came out that
Yep.
year.
Yeah, I've got that.
And that is a brilliant film, and the curb stomp is.
Yeah, no, definitely.
that-
Save
yeah.
It Private Ryan.
But
Just
you can't beat that film.
No, you can't.
For this first one,
Definitely
I
came
put
out.
down abbreviations, and I can't remember what my abbreviations are now. So I've got BL, which is Big Lebowski, AHX, which I just remembered is American History X. I got LS2.
Lost. No.
I don't know.
No.
But-
and SB. Again,
Not a
not a clue. Can't remember.
But I
I'll
think
do
it's
that.
sort of safe to say that Saving Private
Yeah, we're
Ryan,
Saving Private
we're all
Ryan.
going to agree on as the best film of that year.
Definitely, yeah.
How it didn't win an Oscar is
landslide.
nothing short of some
Great
sort of-
performances. It's
Oh,
probably Steven Spielberg at his grittiest, because he is often accused of being too sentimental and stuff.
What with like E.T. and stuff.
E.T., Hook.
Oh, I love Hook though.
Uh,
Hook's a little underrated Steven Spielberg film. It's a great film.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's
I love
such a
Hook.
good film.
I
It's
love Hook.
such
Oh,
a good film, honestly.
Right, well,
Well, 1998 was a landslide. We've smashed that.
yeah, Saving Private Ryan for obvious reasons. But yeah, The Big Lebowski is a fantastic film. Don't worry, Coen Brothers, if you're listening, because I know you are. You will make it onto my
Joel,
list later on.
Oh yeah, the same. Oh
Yeah.
no,
Oh, yeah.
they don't. No, they don't that time.
Oh,
Which was the toughest decision.
Are you on
We'll get
about
there. We'll-
2007?
Probably. We'll get there.
Yeah, they're on my mentions for 2007.
Yeah, so we'll get there. Tom, you kicked
And
off
2010.
1999.
Okay, 1999.
Oh, I know where they make it on your list.
You guys definitely are gonna guess this, but
I know what you've put.
it's the Green Mile. I'm sorry,
Oh.
it's the Green Mile.
Stephen King fan over
It's
here.
not what that's not what I'd taken you for.
Really?
I'd
Nah.
taken you for
I can-
Fight Club, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got,
It was hard. It was
I've gone
hard,
with Fight Club.
But
I've not.
my love for a Stephen King story just topped it.
Brilliant.
Like,
so we've all differed again.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to sway on this because I do like Fight Club, even though it's not my favourite David Fincher film, but it is my favourite David Fincher film that year.
It's fair.
It's also his only film that year.
Well, so you've gone Green Mile, which
Green
is
Mile.
Green Mile.
a brilliant film. I'll not disagree
Yeah,
with you on that
can't-
in any way. You've gone Fight Club, the safe bet this year. A
Yeah.
great film, like, you can't doubt that.
Yeah, no.
But this year was one of my favourite films.
Is it American
ever.
Beauty?
It is American Beauty.
Yes.
Ooh.
On my honourable mentions.
I love American Beauty. I can't. Unfortunately, Kevin Spacey he's no longer in the realm
Look,
of
I think
good
we
men.
can still appreciate his acting.
But
Yeah, no,
that film.
Let's remember, he plays like a bit of a weirdo and a bit of a bad guy and everything, so it's not that hard to get behind his performances now.
No,
You know.
unfortunately. But yeah.
God
so,
damn it, Kevin.
I
Why did
mean,
you have to
American
do that?
Beauty for me is the best film of that year, only because it is one of my favourite films.
It is
and I think it's
Fantastic.
his best role, other
Yeah.
than Usual Suspects.
I'd
which
say
again
Usual
is,
Suspects is.
one of the. But so yeah,
That's 95.
American-
I think that just missed out on.
Yeah, it did. So safely for me, American Beauty in that
That's
one.
interesting.
But then this comes to it because I think all three are brilliant films.
Yeah.
I think Fight Club's a better film than Green Mile.
Yep.
Nah.
I think just in terms of like
But I think
everything they
American
went
Beauty's
through
better
to
also.
make Fight Club and like the twist and everything in it, it's fantastic.
I didn't
Yeah.
like the book though. Have you read the book?
The book's a lot different. Yeah.
Bit rubbish.
To be honest, they both have like different aspects because like it's like Fight Club's more of like a thriller, kind of like on the edge of your toes. Like Green Mile is more a case of like makes you think, it makes you feel sentimental about like some little things.
Yeah, it does, and it's still a great film. I'm not denying that, but I do think Fight Club's a better film. But I also think American Beauty is a better film than Fight Club. So
Yeah, that's interesting. On my honourable mentions, just to get through, Magnolia. Have you ever seen
I've
that?
not seen
It's
Magnolia.
Paul Thomas Anderson again, who made Boogie Nights. Tom Cruise and that. It's like a film from like a series of different perspectives that doesn't really have any one narrative. It just cuts between them all, and it's all like set in a day. It's very good, very interesting. The Matrix, just because of the production value. And
Well,
stuff.
yeah, I didn't put it on my honorable mentions. I've seen it once, and I remember none of it. Maybe because
The
I was
first
quite
one's
young.
the
but-
first one's all right.
But then
I think it's worth putting in just because how groundbreaking it was and stuff.
And this you think if you're listening at home and thinking, oh, this is a tough one, Fight Club, Green Mile, American Beauty, you need to wait until the mid 2010s. It's like insanely difficult.
Yeah.
I'm getting up there.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like I've got like 7 honorable mentions for each for a year. It's ridiculous.
I put down Three Kings.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I put 3 Kings down for this year. I thought.
Wait, are we still on 1999?
Yeah.
So
it's a
my
good film.
honorable mentions were.
And one more, Iron Giant.
Oh yeah, that's one of my mentions.
I didn't put. I only had 2 honorable mentions, and it was 3 Kings I put before Fight Club because I look. I mean, it's not a better film than Fight Club, but
I haven't seen
3
it,
Kings
because-
is a brilliant film, and it's the first comedy on
There's
the list.
I
So
got-
we said. Oh, sorry, Tom. Carry on.
I know. I've got a couple of honorable mentions. That's like so. You probably guys won't probably get this, but Bicentennial Man.
Nope.
I've not seen it.
Robin Williams. He's basically starts off as a butler robot, but then starts making himself become more and more and more human. Great film, great family film, and it makes you cry at the end, which is a good one. But better one, The Talented Mr. Ripley. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen that.
You want a good
It
performance?
is. It is.
Matt Damon.
Oh no, wait! I just got that confused with Mr. Megarium's Wonder Emporium. Sorry.
Yeah, one thing that didn't get an honorable mention was in 1997 was Goodwill Hunting.
Which
I
one?
didn't put that
haven't
down.
seen it.
It's a
Won
very
Best
good film.
Screenplay.
It is a very good film.
But
I
yeah,
didn't
I
put
know
that as
what
an
Tom was saying.
honorable
Talented Mr. Ripley. Probably Matt Damon's probably better in that than he is in Goodwill Hunting. He's very
Better.
scary.
Yes.
in
I've
it.
never seen it.
He
It's
plays
good.
like a very mild-mannered bisexual man
Yeah.
who just ends up killing people. Just to like, he kills one person, it snowballs, and it's a secret. And yeah, he's a bit of a con artist. It's got Jude Law in as well.
He's
Fantastic.
I think it's more of a case of he's on the search for like love, and when people don't love him back, like it's not acceptable.
Yeah, it's a very good way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's one of those great films, and I'm going to get into this with my 2002 choice. A story where you look at it at the end, and you look at it at the start and in the middle, and you think, how has it gone on this? Like, how are we here when we started here? And that's what I really look for in a big movie. That's what a few of mine have won because. So yeah, I'd say that's a good choice.
So
Can we agree on
what
one?
What are we going with? What are you saying?
Well, we've
So-
all said what our favourites are, but should we agree what the best was?
Ooh.
I mean, have you seen American Beauty?
No.
I've seen American Beauty.
I mean, I love American Beauty.
I think it is a good film. Fantastic
Do you
film.
not think it's better than Fight Club?
No.
And I can comfortably agree on Fight Club because I think you'll be able to comfortably agree with Fight Club because it's.
I can.
So at least we'll be able to come to some sort of decision.
Food Club.
here. Because we're not going to be able to otherwise.
No, yeah.
Right, so congratulations. We've got who directed LA Confidential? Do you know?
No, not
No
at
idea.
all.
No. Well, we've got Spielberg and Fincher in already. So, should we do a song after this next?
No,
next-
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll break
so
into the
every
21st
four
century.
we'll
Yeah.
do a song.
Yeah,
We'll
fantastic.
break into the 21st century and then. So
Wow.
2000.
The year is 2000.
This was so hard. This was one of the hardest decisions
Yeah,
It
I've
was.
ever
It
made.
was
some
a very-
really good
Because-
films here.
Because again, two of my favorite ever films in this year,
Mhm.
and I picked the one whether no, I've gone with Gladiator.
Yeah, I knew you
Ooh.
would have. You always rave about
I
it.
love Gladiator. I think
It's a good
it's
film.
one of my favorite ever films.
I've seen it a lot of times, and I think it is a good film. But I don't understand the sort of cult appeal it's got.
Yeah, no,
I-
I was the same. I
I
was like, it's a
adore
good
Gladiator.
film, but I don't see the
People always
special
gone about like, oh,
fact about
However,
yeah.
I know what you've put because you've put what I was so torn.
It's probably not the best film ever. Probably not even the best film with this director, but it's my favorite.
It's the best film with the directors. It is. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes,
It's the
he's
best
got it.
Coen Brothers film.
Yeah,
It is.
it's my favorite.
That
It
was-
is the best Coen Brothers
I
film.
love that. I love that period
almost
of
my
history.
choice. My choice though was American Psycho.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got that on my mentions.
I
yeah.
put it in on my mentions, but I've only seen it once, and it didn't grab me. It was good, but it didn't grab me anywhere near like Gladiator or
I
Brother,
think
Where Art Thou.
I think this good performance,
Mm.
not the best story structure and stuff.
No, it does
I think that's
fall
what. Yeah,
flat. Like somebody, people were saying that like when they read the book, they didn't really go more into his twisted side because he's pushed
It
stuff
is.
up people's.
It's like Christian Bale at his best,
it is
and he can carry a movie. You know, he's.
the scene with the cards in the office. Best scene.
Mine's
of all of
my
it.
favorite scene is the bit with the chainsaw on the stairs. That's fantastic. That's
Also-
so scary.
Huey Lewis in a new scene, like Hip to Be Square with Jared Leto. That is a great scene.
So you've gone American Psycho, you've gone Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and I will more than comfortably agree with Oh Brother, Where Art Thou.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say,
Really?
like, Brother,
Oh,
Where
yeah.
Art
Because
Thou?
I would say that like that's not the best film of the year, but it's my favorite
Oh
film.
no,
of the year.
genuinely, it's my favorite.
Honestly,
film.
yeah.
Wow.
It's one of my favorite films.
Um,
I love Gladiator. So
Okay,
much.
I'll put that down on the
Yeah,
list.
do it.
I'm more than happy to see that on the list because I love Gladiator, and it is my favorite film of that year, but only by an inch over Oh Brother, Where Art Thou.
Honorable mentions. I've got a few down here. Castaway,
Oh,
another Steven Spielberg. No, it's not. That's Robert Zemeckis,
It's,
isn't it? I think it's Zemeckis.
well, I think it's good, but it didn't really.
Curtis Hanson
didn't do
directed
that
LA
much for me.
Confidential.
I sort of watched it and was like,
It's good.
that
It's a
was
good
that was
performance.
I was like, that was good, and that's enough. Once is enough.
I've got Snatch now.
Snatch as in Snatch.
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah,
Snatch.
yeah. Oh, I didn't realise Snatch was like. Yeah, Snatch is a brilliant film.
Yeah.
Snatch is a brilliant film.
Yeah, I think I
realised
had
that was
Lock, Stock at 1998 as well as an honourable
Oh,
mention.
yeah,
That's what
so you're
LS is. LS2 is Lock, Stock,
like-
and
you
Two
can put
Smoking
and Two
Barrels.
Smoking Barrels,
There we go.
No, they're both great films. Both deserve honourable mentions.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Memento.
I've got Memento down as an honorable mention.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. I've got no. These are all family films because like most of the films that you've mentioned I haven't seen. But I put The Emperor's New Groove because if there's a great Disney film,
Emperor's New
it is
Groove.
The Emperor's New Groove.
What a film!
That is a great film. Wow.
What a film!
Wow.
How
Wow.
Robert Zemeckis, Castaway. One more confidence. Requiem for a Dream.
I've never seen it,
Yeah,
so I didn't.
same.
It's just a well-made film.
Yeah, that's all I've heard. I mean, it's got a good soundtrack. Score.
Yeah, and it's not this week's soundtrack. But if you can guess this week's soundtrack, God, this system keeps messing up.
Sorry, he was trying to go straight into a song then, and it didn't work. Great.
Yeah, it's not in its best behaviours today. But if you do guess this week's soundtrack, be sure to tweet it at us at the Room Pulse or comment on our Facebook page. We've had our best. We've had a comment already. I mean, a tweet.
Ooh.
From Nicola.
Ooh.
Who's tweeted saying
Something insulting.
Anastasia was clearly the best film in 1997.
Interesting.
Oh no, that is a good.
See,
That's a good.
there you go. We're
film.
causing
But
controversy. It's
to be
great.
honest, mentions that I didn't get to mention for 1997 was The Postman.
Yeah, I saw that come up and I was like,
That's a great film.
never seen that.
Have you
Never
not?
heard of it.
No.
I was almost. If I didn't have a sentimental value with Fifth Element, that was going to be my choice. But anyway.
Okay.
Cue the music, maestro.
Yeah. The time has come to play some music.
The time has come for us to carry on talking about films. I think
Yeah, go on.
Yes.
Go on. We had to fade that
Cool.
out early because
we got bored. And
we just love
films.
film.
The time did not come enough.
we're just
passion for
cinema
film.
addicts even.
We are indeed.
So,
Right.
there
So
we
we've
go.
agreed. Over the next 3 years, we're not going to pick Lord of the Rings for every year.
Well, I am.
Well, Jack has.
No, we've. Well, you will, but like
I-
on the list.
Let's just get it out there. All right. Lord of the Rings is great.
It's
okay?
great.
It is great.
It's probably the best 3 films of those 3 years, but we can't pick it every year.
So
I'm sorry, Peter.
here we go. We're broken into the 21st century.
Yep.
2001, best film of the year, Fellowship of the Ring. Everyone, go.
I've gone with Monsters Inc.
Of course you have. It would have been Monsters
To be
Inc.
fair,
if Fellowship didn't exist. It's in my honorable mentions, and if Fellowship wasn't a thing, it would have been Monsters Inc. But it is the first mention of a animated film on the list. I've got more.
Yep.
I've got more.
I've
I've got some that win.
I've got Shrek down as my honourable mention as well.
oh no,
No, I didn't even put it. There's not. I can't stand. I don't think I can ever watch
Shrek
Shrek
1's
again.
decent.
It's not. It's not even
Oh,
decent. I
behave.
don't think I can ever watch it again.
Come on. You were a child one. You
What have
still are, Jack.
I'm intrigued,
You
Tom.
baby-faced
What
assassin.
have you got on?
Right, this was a hard one because most of the films of that year I haven't seen, and then
Is it
some
the-
of them I watch. I was like,
If it's not Monsters Inc. or Fellowship, I'm very intrigued.
"It's a Beautiful Mind."
I've never seen it.
I mean, no, it's very good.
What's that?
it's
What do you say?
A Beautiful
A Beautiful Mind.
Oh, yeah.
So
Ron
it's-
Howard.
I
Director
believe
of...
so.
Yes.
And
Russell
then
Crowe.
Russell Crowe, yes.
Yeah.
So basically, he's got I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to say amnesia, but it's completely wrong. But it's basically
No, he's not got amnesia. He's like autistic.
no, like he sees people that aren't there. So
Schizophrenia.
Dead people.
Yeah.
You're talking
Well,
about Sixth Sense.
sort of like that. But yeah, he's got 3 characters that his mind has created, and it puts it in his world, and he goes his whole life thinking that they're real, and then it turns out, yeah, he's just a paranoid schizophrenia.
Real person.
Yeah, real person.
Yeah. Mathematician. Recently died actually in a car accident with his wife.
Yeah,
Rest in
but
peace.
like he debunked like a really famous like method of like maths, and just was like, actually, it's better if it's this way. But yeah, really good film.
So have you got any honourable mentions along that we've
I
not
do.
mentioned? I think I only wrote Monsters Inc. down.
I've got 3. I'm going to list off the 3 because
Yeah, I did. I only wrote Monsters Inc.
So AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Mm,
I was a bit like that.
Yeah, it's an alright film. It's written by Stanley Kubrick.
Really?
Died before he could make it. So Steven Spielberg took it on.
Oh yeah.
and I can't watch that film without thinking I would have loved
What
to
would
have
it
seen
have
Stanley
been if
Kubrick make
Kubrick
this.
had made it?
Because I don't think it's perfect. And I think Haley Joel Osment's too old in it. He's grown up.
Yeah, to be honest,
He's not that cute kid anymore.
it got ruined with the ending.
The end is
Didn't
I've never
like
seen
the
it.
ending.
I don't know why I've never
It's
seen
just
it.
it's like they had a really good concept, and then right at the end, Spielberg was like, "And now aliens."
Boom.
Yeah, just dropped that right in there. I was like, it would have been fine if
Nah,
you just
yeah,
left
I'm
them
not-
at the bottom of the ocean.
It's not for me. Not
Not an honourable mention.
I've got down Enemy at the Gate.
No, good God.
Is that
no.
the sniper one?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
a really good
It's not.
cat and mouse film.
It's
I love it. I love it.
It's
My only gripe with that film is they play Russians and they've got like
All
Jude Law
English accents.
and Rachel Weisz, who are like two of the poshest
Yeah.
sounding English people in the world.
Even the Germans all
Just
have
put on a risky
American
accent.
English accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
And
what ruined it for me.
And Ed Helm playing a Nazi in an American accent. It's like, what?
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris, sorry.
Ed Helm.
Yeah.
Ed Helm. Ed Helm.
Well,
bloody hell.
I mean, if you're not going to agree on Fellowship, I would comfortably agree that Monsters Inc. is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. enough.
Because great film. I'm
I will-
moving swiftly into
I will fight
2002.
tooth and nail for my film to be the next one because it is my favourite film
I think
of all time.
I know what you're gonna. Oh, right,
He's
okay. So
gonna
I
say
know
Two
exactly.
Towers.
Well, no, I'm saying Two Towers because Lord of the Rings, right?
It's on my honourable mentions.
He's saying Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, boy.
Ooh, I haven't seen it, so
And
I can.
I don't. What are you saying?
I'm saying The Pianist.
Racist?
Yeah.
Can't say that anymore. Not alive on
Come on, Tom. It's before The Watershed, mate.
The what?
The Pianist.
Oh. Right.
We are a
Yeah,
good quality radio show.
That is on my. That's on my
Interesting.
honourable mentions. The Pianist. I got 28 Days on there as well. I'm Born.
Yeah,
My
I've got
honourable
28
mention
days.
is 28 Days Later and Bowling for Columbine, and
Born.
Ooh, that's
I've got
good.
City of God
Yeah, I got that on there as
on
well.
my honourable mentions, which
City
is a
of God's
great
great
film.
film.
I
and
put
could well be the best film of the year.
Signs.
However,
I know bloody what's his face?
No.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, I know he's a bit of a
Madman. No.
He's getting better.
He is getting better. He is getting.
I
he is
watched
getting
the
better, you're
the
right.
Visit recently. I
I enjoyed
that
The
was
Visit.
terrible.
I like The
It was
Visit.
one of his worst.
I thought it was
ones.
really scary.
The kid's terrible in it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I mean, I guess the plot. I say we are watching it with Dad.
Yeah, I didn't guess that they were.
Watch the plot.
They weren't his grandparents. Spoiler.
It came out like 4 years ago. Catch
But
up
yeah,
with
All
no,
these
but
spoilers you find.
I got that they weren't all right in that, but I didn't realize that was the situation. I thought that was a very good twist.
But I think, 28 Days Later is the first horror we've got on the list of
Yeah.
honourable mentions. I mean, none of us have said it, but
zombie film.
I think it is well up there.
Yeah, it's a good
Um,
film, but again, it's one of those films that's made within a budget. So I think that's why we got a lot of big pictures up as things because they're like
Yeah,
they've
because
got no
they've got-
boundaries.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they could go
I
out and
mean,
make whatever they want. Well, you know, with 128 days later, they couldn't.
If it wasn't, if I didn't have
128 days later, 28 days later.
Two Towers as my film there,
Yeah.
it would have been Bowling for Columbine because people slate Michael Moore, but I do think although it's a go-to choice for documentary, I think the reason it's a go-to choice for a documentary is because it's such a good documentary. There's nothing to fault about it. It gets you hooked in the first 5 minutes. You don't want to stop watching it at all, and you're on a level with Michael Moore in that, and so.
Let me picture Catch Me If You Can.
Oh no, I've seen Catch Me If You Can. I think it's a good film.
It's a great story.
It
A
is
man
a good
who
story. I
runs away
enjoyed
from
it,
home at
and
17.
You're in luck because I really like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
So
And Hanks.
I mean, and I agree with that more than I agree with. What
I
did you
didn't
say?
know Amy Adams was in it.
I said The Pianist.
Yeah, and,
Pianist.
still a good film.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, good film. But
It's Roman Polanski in it.
I'll agree with Catch Me If You Can. Although Two Towers is the best
Yeah.
film of that year. So although we're not going for, although now in this clear 3-year run up, we're not going for Lord of the Rings,
What-
unfortunately, until next year when we.
Watch Catch Me If You Can, Tom. It's fantastic.
I will. I've got it on my list of.
Yeah.
It is a very good
17-year-old who runs away from home and becomes a con man and ends up being a pilot, a doctor,
It
a
is,
lawyer.
yeah, it is really interesting. It's a true story, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it
Kemp
is.
recently bought me the book for my birthday.
Oh, happy
Yeah.
birthday!
Very nice of him. My birthday was in May.
It was a while ago. I remember.
Right, Catch Me If You Can then.
So yeah, you can throw a Catch Me If You Can after that.
Because we know what 2003 is.
2003. Although it had some good competition, Return
did.
of the King is
Yeah,
the best.
No.
One of the best films ever made.
definitely.
Easily the best film of that year, if not the best film in that 10-year period.
Well,
if
well,
not the best
you say
film
that.
ever.
You say that, but what is this show named after?
Did that came out in 2003?
Did that come out?
It was made in 2003. It
Well-
didn't get a proper cinematic release until 2005.
I have not seen it, and also it's absolute trash.
We're talking about The Room, ladies and gentlemen. And how dare you talk about... I can't put the sound bites in because I've got Tom's... Actually, I can unplug this now, yeah. Whatever.
However, I only have one honourable mention for this year because nothing stands up to Return of the King. But I only have one honourable mention, and to be fair to it, a great film. and I put Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of Black Pearl.
Yeah, I've got down there. The first one's
Which
first
is
one's pretty good.
it's a
but
very
it's
good
also kind
it's
of
a very good film.
It's kind of slow.
I don't find it slow. I find the entire Pirates of the Caribbean series very easy to watch.
I find that
even the slow ones I don't find.
I
slow.
find the later ones easier to watch, even though I don't think they're as good.
Disagree with you there. Because my top honourable mention is Big Fish.
Oh, I've never
Yeah.
seen. I've
You
never
not?
seen. Big
Tim Burton.
So what have you put as your best film this year? Did you put Return of the King?
I put The Room, but then I also put I put in brackets Return of the King, even though it's my second favourite of Lord of the Rings.
And
film.
you've put Return of the King.
Actually my third
Same
favourite. My third favourite Lord of the Rings film. My least favourite of the trilogy. Call Me a Maverick.
Oh, my dad's given a decent reason. I forgot to write it down. Finding Nemo.
Yeah, I got that as an honourable mention as well.
Very good point, but it's not better than Return of the King. I don't care. So yeah, there you go. Easy one for 2003. We can breeze right through that, and then it starts getting tough. I think from now to
it is.
the
It's
end,
really tough. I got so many honourable mentions.
Yeah.
2004.
One thing we didn't mention, well, I mentioned briefly, then Bourne started.
Yeah, you did start briefly. I've not got any Bournes in my list. Although I think The Ultimatum is the best film. But when I was thinking about it, when I was making this list, I thought
I think they get better.
I don't think Ultimatum, even though it's a good film, I don't think it even stands up to some of the quality I've got written down, and especially the quality I've got as my best film of that year. But moving into 2004, I've got my first animated film, and is first on this. I've put The Incredibles as the best film of this year, which it might not well be, but I think it's the film I most enjoy, and it's a tough one because it was a good year for film. The best Harry Potter film came out this year. If you're into Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban came out this year.
Oh yeah, that was definitely one of the best ones.
Interesting.
I don't think it's better than The Incredibles, and I don't think it's better than another of my honourable mentions. That I bet one of you two has got as your best film, Shaun of the Dead.
Oh no,
Some of my honourable mentions.
I have not got any of the Neapolitan series.
Mine was a tough one because my favourite.
I have one other honourable mention. I wonder if either of you two have put it. I'm gonna wait. Find out. Go on, Tom. What's your honourable What's your film? I'm intrigued. Right, Regal. What's your film? Tom's eating.
I went with $1 Million Baby, but I was also torn between Life Aquatica of Steve Zissou.
My favourite. I've not seen either of those.
It's my favourite Wes Anderson film.
I see.
That's why I wanted to pick it.
Grand Budapest.
But I think $1 Million Baby is a great film. Clint Eastwood.
Interesting. And Tom?
You guys aren't going to agree with me. But
I think what you've put is going to be on my honourable mentions.
Van Helsing.
Oh no,
that is an awful film.
It wasn't in my honourable mention. Van Helsing has got one of the best lines in it. When she kills the vampire at the end, she goes, "If you're going to kill someone, do it. Don't stand there talking about it."
It's an absolute garbage film.
It is, but it's a garbage film that you like watching.
Exactly.
I will agree with you on that.
From now on, Tom, why don't you just
leave your stupid comments in your pocket?
However, my other honourable mention, which it's a good film, very good film, is Spider-Man 2. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Dr. Octopus one, which is a very good film. I just don't think it's better than The Incredibles.
See, I was going to pick The Incredibles, but I was like, Jack's going to pick it.
Someone will pick The Incredibles. It's a great film.
But my honourable mentions is a series of unfortunate events. Which, yeah.
I didn't appreciate that film until I watched the series, and I was like, my God, the film is better than this.
But and then probably the two that were close to being behind The Incredibles was Dodgeball and Hellboy.
Dodgeball is pretty funny, but
I enjoyed Dodgeball, but it's not in it. It's not The Incredibles. It's not Shaun of the Dead.
So
is it?
my 2004 picks are $1 Million Baby, Life Aquatica, Mystic River. Another.
I've not seen Mystic.
Actually, that might have been 2003. Actually, Mystic River,
but I've not seen it.
Old Boy, which is
Old Boy's great. The original Old Boy. Yeah. No, that is a great film.
And Terminal. Have you ever seen that?
I've not seen
Steven Spielberg film. It's a good film. What's his name? Tom Hanks plays like a guy who flies from his fictional country in Eastern Europe to America, and then whilst he does that, his country has civil war, so his country doesn't exist anymore. So he's just trapped in the airport terminal.
All right.
And then the people are trying to kick him out, but they can't, so they're trying to bait him out. It's very good. He's just a lovable guy.
So what are we going for this year then? I think of all the things. I think
what was your choice again?
The Incredibles. I mean,
I'm gonna have to go with The Incredibles.
There you go.
Right. Well, I relent because I do not have any sort of emotional reaction.
Yeah, you don't like The Incredibles.
I don't.
It's not that you don't like it. It's just that you were saying this last week.
Yeah, it's just a film.
I don't think it's. I don't have a childhood scream about it. I just genuinely think it's a
It
really
is
good
just
film.
generally a good
I've not
film.
watched it in so long.
I just think it's a brilliant film.
It's the
Where
best
is my
Fantastic Four movie
super
ever.
suit? Yeah.
Where is my super suit?
Right.
I am
Time for a
able-
song.
It is time for a song.
Try and guess the song. And you can tweet us like
Wait,
Nicola did.
Which one are you going to play?
All of them.
I was gonna. I've just queued up this bottom one, but,
Okay, right,
I can
okay.
pick a different one.
Go with top right one.
That one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's the top right one.
See in a minute.
Yeah,
We're back.
These guys are getting
Hey lads.
fed up on not talking.
these songs are
Getting
too,
restless. I
too
love talking.
intense.
We're actually finally talking. This is like the first time we've actually talked passionately about films that we
Yeah.
love. And it's
This
Last week.
season, I'd
this
say.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
fair.
the
But
woman, I just popped to a shop, by the way, listeners, and the woman called me Love, and she looked about 18. She looked younger than me. It proper threw me off. I was like, what?
you should have punched
What are you on
it,
about? I should have. No, because it's not okay to hit women, Jack.
as we've learned.
Case in point. Tom,
As we've learned.
defender
So-
of women.
Thunder of women. My man.
My respect for women is
So
great.
anyway, here we are into 2005.
2005.
Not
The
a
year
great-
is
not a great year for
2005. 9/11's happened. Tom's
Woo.
probably shaving at this point. Facebook's about.
And
what
it's
else
not a
happened?
great year for film. However,
God damn you.
that's a
Jack.
complete lie because
It's-
one,
That's a complete-
once I don't know why I said that. One standout film, one amazing film came out that year, and it
Jack.
is not the film I picked.
Come on, tell
the
me already,
film
Jack,
I
because
picked is, you know what it is.
Tearing me apart, Lisa!
It is Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. What a film!
To be honest, it's a good choice.
What a glorious film!
Just for
I
that
love it.
fight at the end.
Just for all of it. It's, to me, other than Force Awakens, which
Jack,
we'll get to.
I just gotta ask.
It feels like the most Star Wars film.
It does.
It's just
It's my least
lasers.
favorite of the prequels.
No,
There,
it's
I
the
said
best
it.
prequel. It's
What?
my
It is
second
the best
favorite.
prequel.
It's got the most CGI. I don't like it.
I like that. That feels to me Star Warsy.
Nah,
Maybe it's because I
nah.
was young when I watched it, and that feels Star
It was
Warsy.
my least
But I
favourite.
was young when I watched all the Star Wars.
It
films,
was
so-
it was the events and the fighting and the action. It
Sad.
wasn't like
I think there's better
boring.
action in the second one.
No, there's better action in the third one.
There's not.
Definitely.
The only
There's
action
more
in the
action in
second
this
one. There's not.
Do you know what? I will one simple
I will fight you on
fact
this.
that why this one is the best one out of all of them is when
All of them.
all
ever.
of them. Yes, I said it. Okay,
Interesting.
Wow.
I said it. Right, it's
Wow.
a fight between Obi-Wan
I can't
Kenobi
believe
and
that.
It is the
Anakin,
best lightsaber.
Right?
No, it's
and
not.
when they get to the bit and they do exactly the same move because it's
It is
master
glorious.
and teacher
Yeah.
student.
I give it
Right. Well,
the passion behind us
I'll
talking
tell you
about
what,
this, right?
when Tom gets home, and
Unfortunately for you, you might be outvoted on this.
when Tom goes home and he listens back to this, because we upload this show every Saturday on YouTube, just in case you didn't know, plug. When he gets home, and not on Saturday, I'm sure he'll be home before then, but when he is at home on
So-
Saturday and he listens to this show, he will look out of his window up into the sky and he will think,
God, forgive me.
there is no way we are putting down that film as the best.
Well, what we can do.
I
is
didn't
put-
say it was the best one of that year,
Absolutely not.
but
What we can
Josh,
do-
I think you need to rethink how long you take to put a soundbite on and the story you give it
I
because that was
completely
too
agree.
long.
It was ridiculous. But I think
You know what, Tom?
I'm not.
if I had to, oh god, there we go.
I give more shit in me.
My underwears.
Yeah.
There we go. Good that, yeah.
It's worth apologising for the swear.
Anyway, right. So, Tom, you're up. I've got one honourable mention, and I'm sure one of you's put it as your favourite films because it's what I should put really. But
Out of the films that I saw, I picked Jarhead.
interesting.
Yeah, I like Jarhead.
Jarhead.
I have
I
not
got-
seen Jarhead.
I got that it was a modern film that was heavily influenced by Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, it's very much
I-
like a film more about PTS
Mm.
and
Where's
the
the D?
struggles was like what?
Where's the D?
No, it doesn't have that, mate. Just got the PTS.
Just the PTS.
Yeah. So like he says in the film, I didn't get to fire my gun once. It's a war film. He doesn't fire his gun at
As
all.
far as gun.
Well, apart from when he's in training.
So is that your favourite film as well?
No,
I think you've put the only film I mentioned that I thought was worthy of mention, and it's what I would have put. Go on.
I Walk the Line. I put.
Interesting. No, you have not. Not in any way.
That's an honourable mention of mine.
I
I've not
Walk the
seen it.
Line. Probably like one of the best biopics ever.
Definitely.
Interesting. All right. So my honourable mention was Sin City.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I put that down, but I was like,
I love
Just
Sin
I
written
City.
down.
never got into it.
Oh, I love
never
Sin
got
City.
into it.
I quite like the sequel, but I know everybody hates it.
I couldn't get behind the sequel. I got to the Eva Green bit and then gave up.
See,
Of all bits.
Of all bits to give up on.
You know?
You mean he skipped to that part? What
No,
she was like, alright, I give up.
Got to that point and went, this is crap.
God, is she ever not naked in a film?
No, genuinely.
Do you know what?
It's in a contract.
They just
worst
hire her to be
performance
naked.
Actually, yeah,
of
Miss
Eva
Pellegrin,
Green
she's not in.
I've seen
You should
is
say
in
300 Rise of
the
an Empire.
300.
It's like the most unnecessary nudity
is.
I've ever
It's
seen in my
literally
life.
like-
She's the villain.
I mean, you got a chance to kill the person that's killing all these good people. You're the hero, and then
Kills
you
her with
just
love.
fuck her.
Kills her with cuddles.
And I've apologised, but that scene is just the worst scene anyone has
Who are you
ever
apologising
written.
to? Eva. I doubt she's listening. I doubt she can.
I reckon she is.
She's too busy got a kit off somewhere. You know.
For her next role.
Yeah.
So what are we going to... Because none of us are going to agree
Well,
on this.
I put down I Want a Line, but I also want to mention my honourable mention because I think this is the
Go on.
best love film ever made or
Ooh.
best romantic
Is
Is
film.
Love
it King
Actually.
Kong?
No. Brokeback Mountain.
Ooh.
Oh, I've never seen
I
it.
haven't seen it. That's why I didn't
Fantastic
put
love
Are
story.
you gay, mate?
So what if I am,
Are you
Jack?
gay, mate?
So what if I am?
Whoa.
it down. Jack.
2017.
What does it say on that toilet?
Gender neutral toilets. This is the second episode
Tom-
in a row I've had to read the gender
Tom,
neutral
you're worse than
toilet
him.
sign.
Gender and
And
what's
sexuality
the other
have
one?
nothing to do with
Sexuality
it.
are not the
Yeah,
same.
Tom.
Come on.
Dive into 2005.
Yes.
Back when everyone was the
That's
same.
normal.
When there were two genders.
Oh,
Sure, why
that's
not?
a day.
So, I don't think we're going to agree.
To be honest,
sitting comfortably on Revenge
to
of
be
the
honest,
Sith. Screw you all.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
throw my vote over to
Sure,
Walk
take
the
it.
Line.
I want the
Take
line.
it, take it,
Yes,
take it.
it's
Never
the-
seen it, never heard of it. Take it.
You should watch it. It's a good Johnny Cash biopic.
Oh, is it that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Only
Um,
because you've mentioned it before. Though.
I think Joaquin Phoenix should have won the Oscar. I've seen Capote, which Philip Seymour Hoffman won for, and he does do a good performance. But who cares about Capote? Yes, good. Rest in peace, Philip. Who cares about Capote, a writer from like the 1930s? We all want to know about Johnny Cash. It's so good. He sings like Johnny Cash.
Interesting.
It's fantastic. I love it.
So moving
Love
swiftly
it,
on.
love it, love it, love it.
It's been a New Year's Eve. We're
And rest in
into
peace, Reef.
2006 now.
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger as well.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, my man. He's great. He was a great actor in his time.
2006.
2006. I thought it was a great year film because
Great year.
I'd argue. Would I argue? I don't know. I'm struggling. I'd say it's Scorsese's best, but
Yes.
Is it Scorsese over Goodfellas? Is it?
No,
his best?
I don't think Goodfellas is his best.
I think. I
but
don't
I
know.
think this is
I think.
one of his easiest films to watch.
I think it's my favourite over Goodfellas of all things. This is The Departed, of
Yep,
course.
it's my one.
So obviously that's one. But I love The Departed. I love the twists. I love the end. I love
So good.
the plot. I love the acting. I love Jack Nicholson in it.
Jack
I
Nicholson
think
is great. Probably
Every
one
single
of his,
thing a bit. I
I was
think
gonna
every,
say probably one of his best roles, but he's so good. in
well,
so much.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is his best role, I think.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
of all, I just think I think The Departed is a nearby flawless film. And
Yeah,
however, honourable mentions for that. Yeah, even though Tom's not said it yet. I've got there's some good films. I don't think any of them were good enough to beat Departed. I've got Casino Royale,
yep.
which
I got
Is
six.
Best Bond film.
best Bond. I'd agree.
Best Bond.
I'd agree.
Best Bond film. Yeah, I agree with that.
Best Bond soundtrack as well. I'd agree.
Best car flippage.
car flippage.
It was flipping
Got
great.
the technical, brilliant. I've also got Children of Men written down.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got that down. I never saw that
because-
until I came here.
So you're right, did you not?
We watched
Yeah,
it in
same.
Secret
Yeah,
Cinema.
he seemed that way. Nobody had seen it. I was like, oh yeah,
Never
great
seen that.
film.
It was-
Everyone was like, what?
Yeah, it's pleasant. It was the first film we watched in Secret Cinema.
It was, and he
It was,
teased us.
and
And it was all downhill
He
from
teased
there.
us in.
It was like, oh look, yeah, we watch great films, and then it was
And then
like,
after
nah.
that, it was like
And then it was like-
1920s French.
José Jim
Yeah.
Truffaut. So anyway, yeah,
God
and
damn
then
you, Chris.
the only other honourable mention I put, and I wonder if this is Tom's. Is it 300, Tom?
No, it's not.
Interesting.
No.
300 is a great film.
It's a great film.
It's an absolutely great film.
But Pan's Labyrinth
Pan's Labyrinth is a great film.
I
stole it from me.
I can't
However-
get into. I can't get into that.
It is a great film, and it's terrifying. However,
Terrifying.
terrifying.
I know what that is. Yeah.
Not this.
The eyes. Yeah.
However, The Departed. I mean, it's comfortably agreeing
I mean-
that The Departed is the best film.
I've got P4 written down in my honorable mentions, and I have no idea what that is.
P4. Pirates of the
Fantastic
Caribbean
4.
Fantastic.
Fantastic 4. With a P silent.
See, right. So I'll say about Pan's Labyrinth. If you've gone on about YouTube,
Go for it. I think it's a
Right,
great film.
The
I
one
agree.
thing I love about the guy who directs this is that he's got the same style of production, and it's the same as
Guillermo del
Hellboy.
Toro.
Yeah, it's just an absolute great style of production. Everything is
You need more than that for me, though.
there. Like, it's
There is more than that. There is more
There
than
is
that
more than
for
that.
a
It's a
film.
great script. It's a great plot.
I think a lot of people can't get into it because they don't like subtitles.
Well, yeah, I think that's what does it for people. but
Two films I had down were The Prestige.
I haven't seen it.
I've not seen it.
Chris Nolan.
No,
It's like
never heard of him.
some people say it's really dumb, but I think it's not. It's
Oh no, I have seen this, but I can't remember it enough to enjoy.
It's making me sound bad.
It's like I won't spoil it for you, but it's like Hugh Jackman, Tom's favourite, and Christian Bale
Ooh, another favourite.
and David Bowie going at it.
Oh, David Bowie.
David Bowie plays
Rip.
Nicholas
He's a
Tesla.
paedophile.
What was he?
Yeah, had a
David-
3-way with 2 15-year-olds.
David Bowie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's all, he can't. He's not here to defend himself.
Neither's Kevin Spacey were ripping into him.
No, but he'd admit. Well, you all admitted to it, and I put down this one as well. I mean,
yeah.
because he's dead, Jack, not because he's not here. He's in the room. Like he's not in the world to defend himself. I put down Apocalypto, Mel Gibson film.
I've never actually seen it, and you know what? I am being ridiculous by not watching that film. Or I'm only not watching it because I can't be asked with the subtitles.
There's
It's
not
supposed to
there's
be
not even
amazing,
any talking really.
But yeah, the only reason I'm not watching that film.
There's
is
like
because-
no subtitles
is
whatsoever.
because of the
It's
subtitles.
just all.
However, but yeah, I've been told Memento is a great film by none other than my father.
I have
Big
no
up.
idea what.
He's listening.
It does say Pirates of the Caribbean, but I don't think that's what P4 is because I do not put that.
I would not put on Stranger Tides there. Anyway, so are we going to agree that The Departed is the?
Oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
Why would that be
yeah.
P4?
I don't know.
Pursuit for Happiness?
I
No.
don't think so.
I
No,
don't know.
no.
That's really good if you ever
It's
seen
not
that Stranger Than Fiction.
I can't stand Will Ferrell. Honestly, just
I'll agree. I mean, Will Ferrell is a bit of a tragedy of a human.
he's not funny, and the fact that everyone finds him hilarious is
That's not a comedy though, so much as it's like a really heartfelt film.
So, The Departed, best film of that year.
Yeah, I'll put that down. The
Comfortable.
Departed.
Comfortable. Moving on. 2007.
Yep.
Best film of the year.
Easy.
I think. What have you gone for?
Really
Come on,
good year for film.
You can kick it off this time.
I've
kicked
gone
it off every
for
time.
Into the Wild.
Interesting.
Ooh,
I've
nah.
not even got that down as on
Yeah.
my
It's
list
an
because I've
honourable
never seen
mention.
it.
It's really good.
it's good.
One of my favourite films.
Like
Such an interesting story, interesting character, and such an emotional connection.
it was.
You watch it and
weird.
it's
Like,
really harrowing.
If I had watched
Oh,
a film
God.
that was made in any other way, I would have just gone,
It's
what a knob.
It's Sean Penn. Yeah, because he's a character who's not necessarily likable. He's a very sort of
Douchebag.
yeah. He's very
Pretentious.
not pretentious, but I don't know, set in his ways.
Mm.
He's sort of like, oh, I can't believe you're doing. I'm going to live this way and screw everybody else.
Yeah, he's basically a vegan about being in the wild.
So he's a guy who's when he turns like 21, he graduates from college and he can go to law school, but instead gives like his £21,000 that his parents have saved to charity and runs off on an adventure to Alaska. But before he does that, he goes all around America and does a bunch of crazy stuff. And eventually, well, I won't spoil it for you, but he just ends up in Alaska and he realizes that like
You shouldn't have wasted that 21 grand.
no, that like memories aren't worth making alone. Basically, that's the message
Oh,
of the
sad.
thing.
Sad.
That's his one of his thoughts.
He goes into the wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have a good time along the way.
Oh yeah, he has
and
a
he
laugh.
meets some
I
great
can imagine
people,
so.
and he turns down Kristen Stewart because she's underage. What a message that film gives.
Wasn't Kevin Spacey, was it? Well, it wouldn't have been Kirsten Stewart. It'd have been Kevin Stewart. He likes men.
He likes men.
So, Tom, what's your favourite
I
film
really.
of the
I
year?
mean-
Oh wow!
I mean, you know what it is. It's The Mist.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, it's one
It's
of
not-
my
no, I've not even got
favourite-
that.
It's
in
because it's got
mention.
Thomas James.
It's because it's Stephen King.
It's Stephen King
Thomas
and Thomas
Jane.
Jane. Like,
The Mist, right, is a really good film.
Tom's favourite
And
combination.
it's Frank Darabont.
yeah,
who
yeah,
did
a
Walking
great
Dead,
director. He's like one of my favourite.
who kicked off The Walking Dead. And it is a really, really, really good film. And the twist is quality. I love
Before
that.
it
Yeah,
was
oh, yeah.
That
Best
twist
twist ever.
is quality.
And that wasn't even in the book. He made that especially for
Oh, I
the
didn't
film.
know
Yeah.
However, neither of those are mine. I've got No Country for Old Men as
Yeah.
the best film of that
That's
year.
my honourable mention.
Because I think it's the least Coen Brothers film, other than like Miller's Crossing or something. Because they're always a bit quirky, and this is a bit. It's like they went. You know what? I just want to win an Oscar
I think
this
it's
year.
I think it's a really good film in the sense that it's a western. It's the only western not set in the old west.
And Javier, it's not. There are others.
Well, there are others, but it's
sort of, but yeah,
not recent.
yeah. And I mean, Javier Bardem is unreal in it.
Yeah, he is.
And-
He's terrifying.
He's absolutely terrifying.
Every interaction he has with anybody else, it's like
You're scared
50-50.
of him.
You
Yeah,
don't
he's
know how
like
it's gonna
he's
go.
probably going to kill him.
Yeah.
And then
And I like how it doesn't end in a big shootout. It sort of it
yeah,
avoids that trope.
yeah.
It's a very quiet and
It-
subtle ending.
And I think I've only got one honorable mention for this year. I only have 2 films down. The other one is There Will Be Blood, which I was surprised you didn't put down as your main film, because again you've talked about Paul Thompson.
I just really love Into the Wild.
That's fair enough, to be honest. But I've only seen There Will Be Blood once, and I wasn't sure what to expect from it, because I thought, right, Daniel Day-Lewis, here we go.
It's not easy to watch, I don't find.
I don't know. I didn't think it was not that it was easy to watch, but it's like I didn't get bored watching it. I was all the time. I was a bit like. Do you want to hear a fun fact about? And when it ended, I didn't realise that was going to be the end either.
Do you want to hear a fun fact about your 2 films, Jack?
Go.
Production of No Country for Old Men had to be suspended because there was black ash clouds in the sky, because on the nearby set of There Will Be Blood, they were burning stuff in it.
Interesting. They made them together.
Yeah. Well, they were in the same area,
the same
vicinity,
same time.
So they had to pause production because there was too much smoke. There you go.
Well, there you go. That's my 2 honourable mentions.
I also put down Hot Fuzz.
Do you know what?
I didn't realise
I put down so many for this. I put down Atonement, Ratatouille, No Country for Old Men, Sweeney Todd, I Am Legend.
Yeah,
Hot
Sweeney Todd's
Fuzz,
a good film. Sweeney Todd's a really good
There
film.
Will Be Blood.
I didn't write it down though because I just thought No Country. I think No Country for Old Men won the Oscar that year for Best Picture. I think. Did it? Do you want to Google that?
No, There Will Be Blood won.
Did it?
I think. No, it won Best Actor.
No, I think No Country for Old Men won the Oscar for Best Picture that year.
Might have been.
We have got a Google. Sorry, audience. We have got Google, but we're not using it because I don't know. We need to move on anyway. 2008. This is where it starts getting a little bit different, because I think I know what you'll put for this year. I think it's a safe bet what most people will pick for this year. And I'm going to start off the conversation by saying an honourable mention, not even what my favourite film is. I think what most people pick for this year is The Dark Knight.
I really didn't want to pick it, but I could.
I've not. That's not what I've picked as my best film. I think I might pick as what the same as you've picked, Rigo. But The Dark Knight. I mean, everyone. It's the top of the list on IMDb. Everyone goes, "Oh, what's your favourite film?" "Oh, Dark Knight." Heath Ledger amazing. And don't get me wrong, it is an amazing film, and Heath Ledger is amazing in it. But
if you took Heath Ledger away,
there you go. Jack.
Yes, I'll agree with that.
No Country for Old Men won Best Picture, but There Will Be Blood got most nominations.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. If you took Heath Ledger away from that,
it would still be a good film, but
it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be on the level.
No,
Heath Ledger really did make that film. Make that film.
We're sort of staying away from films that are carried by performance.
True.
I've noticed.
But I don't know actually. The film I've put, if we're moving back on subject, the film I've put as the best film of this year is Gran Torino.
Good film. I've not got it down, but yeah.
But I've got Gran Torino down. I love Gran Torino. It made me cry when I watched Gran Torino the first time I watched it. It's,
what a softie.
I know. Well, so did Gladiator, to be fair. So did Return of the King. So I don't know why I've only just narrowed this down for Gran Torino, but I mean,
Jack likes to cry, and that's okay.
Do 2017 gender neutral toilet over there, lad.
Yeah, you can go cry in there if you want.
Yeah, I can. Get bullied for it. But it's a great film. It's sad. It's a great story, and although Clint Eastwood is a right wing nut job, it's a great film. So I'll throw in that he is a right wing nut job and would shoot you if you.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the racism in that film is
probably just improvised Clint Eastwood.
So,
I'd agree with that.
They're just like filming behind the scenes.
Clint Eastwood just like going, "I'll shoot you, you Korean."
Right, for this one. Right, so
I was putting it mildly.
Yeah, I didn't want to use any of the old terms. Back on subject. Tom, what's your favourite film of the year?
Right, I'll start off with it.
Just to remind, we're in 2008 now.
So on 2008, I wrote down. I went from.
Tom had just passed his driving test.
I know.
Tom had just bought his second house.
I went from what was the least favourite all the way up until I was like, but that was better than that. And I got down to Iron Man and Dark Knight.
See, I thought it was either going to be Iron Man or Dark Knight.
Yeah, and I was like, right, if I took away Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight, I wouldn't have enjoyed it that much. Yeah. But Iron Man...
What, if you took away Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man, would it have been a good...
Yeah, no, I can't pick Iron Man because they didn't have a script where they filmed that. It was all like... improvised the entire film.
I mean,
even better.
I've written down honorable mentions.
Improvising.
I can't give somebody best film
just for blagged it.
Just for getting lucky, you know.
Sure.
I've written down honorable mentions, Iron Man, because I wanted to mention. I thought it was a good point to mention that 10 years in the making. Yeah. You know, they've made this Marvel Cinematic Universe now that's got loads and loads of films, and Infinity War trailers just come out yesterday, and it's built up massively. I just thought, we're going off topic a little bit, but I just thought I'd mention that because 10 years. I thought it was well worth an honorable mention. Don't get me wrong. Definitely. I think it is a great film. I just didn't think it was the best film.
But some of the honourable mentions I had Hurt Locker, obviously.
Yeah, it's a great film.
£7.
Hurt Locker got 2009.
£7 is the most Oscar bait of all
It
of
is,
Will
isn't it?
Smith's films.
All Will Smith Oscar bait. When he's not in a really crap film, he's in a crap Oscar bait film.
Yeah, it's not a crap Oscar bait film.
With a crap Nigerian accent.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. God. Hashtag Will Smith can't do a Nigerian accent. Get it trending,
We're
people.
getting this going.
Wally almost
Wally.
took it.
Wally. Wally's actually pretty great. I do
Wally's
love that.
great. I put it in honorable mentions. It's an absolutely brilliant film.
You know, just coming back to that.
Go.
£7, which was like Will Smith's Oscar bait film, came out the same year as Hancock. How's that happen? How can you go from that to that? It's just right. On mine, I put down The Dark Knight, even though I really didn't want to.
Is that your best? That's your best
I can't
film.
think of anything really that I preferred.
Interesting.
I put down The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
I've got Slumdog on my honorable mentions.
Yeah, Slumdog's
Nobody's
alright.
mentioned Slumdog. I like
yeah.
big up Danny Boyle. Big up the ball.
Believe it or not.
And In Bruges, I put down as well.
Oh, he's in Bruges that year.
Yeah.
What a
I've got
film.
Rambo.
You got what?
Rambo. Like the fourth film out of like the
Oh,
quadrilogy.
I know, yeah, but it's like it's at the same level of like
It honestly is,
Fast and
but
Furious types films.
Right.
It's fun to watch, but
Yeah, enjoyable. Turn your brain off. Enjoy it. Right. Then
just
get over
watch
it then.
him take
Forget all
some
about it.
Burmese people's heads
It
off.
was just, it
For a
went
laugh.
from like Rambo
It's so
being
graphic.
like,
I've never seen it.
I'm a troubled good guy, and then just blowing stuff up
it
to
does-
Rambo being I'm a troubled good guy that's gonna decapitate
everyone.
everybody and destroy them. And
There's like
mutilate.
arrows through throats.
Literally,
There's
it's
like
so violent.
I swear there's like a 10-minute scene where he's on the back of a truck with like what they called
Turret.
Yeah.
Turret.
Yeah, he's on a 50
a
cal
mounted
rifle.
50 caliber rifle, and it's like just a good like solid. I'd say
I've been good in it,
7 or 8 minutes of just heads popping off.
It is. Honestly, it is. There's like a
I
good
need to get
scene where
behind
he
this,
picks
bro.
a guy up and it stays on it for like 40 seconds where he's just got this guy
Oh yeah,
ripping
and
out
that
his throat.
rips out a guy's throat with his bare hands.
It's
Not messing about, is it?
Stabbed him
It's
through the
literally,
neck.
it went from like just explosions and gunshots to just full on gore.
Well, I thought it was a good year for film in terms of it. This is the year we started high school. So we're what, 11 now?
I was in year 8.
Oh well, we weren't.
Uh-huh.
You old heckaroo. So what we put in as the best film of that year? Is anyone going to get behind Gran Torino, or are we going to have to get behind something else?
Nah,
I can't get behind that. I mean, I do like it, but I don't think it's the best film of the year.
What are we getting behind? Wally. I'll settle for Wally, even though nobody's putting this. I think that will be my second best of the year.
Nah, I'm still.
I'll sit
So
behind
hard,
that.
man.
I'll sit behind Iron Man over Dark Knight. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. Iron Man.
Because Jeff Bridges in it is amazing. Like Robert Downey Jr. in it is
Yeah.
amazing.
So
Like,
New Year rolls around. Boom. 2009. Happy New Year, everyone. I think everyone might have the same film.
oh,
But 2009.
Oh no, yeah. So
Interesting. Well, this isn't considered the director's best film,
this
I'd class it
was-
as one of his best.
but I think it's my
Hard.
favourite film.
This was hard. You're gonna
Interesting
say
if you've not
Inglourious
put what we've
Basterds,
put.
aren't
It
you?
is Inglourious.
Yeah, I've put that down.
Inglourious, it was the best film.
It's my favourite
It's-
Tarantino film.
It is one of the best Tarantino films.
This year was really it was hard because there were 3 great films. 4.
Like,
to be
it's
honest.
one of them.
I'm intrigued if you got your first animated film to come first. Because my honourable
Not yet.
mentions are Up, and
Up
Up is an
wasn't there yet.
absolutely glorious film. I can't fault Up in any way.
No,
However,
it's like
I love
one
Inglourious.
of the best Pixar films.
Yeah.
No. Right. So, okay. I'm
Oh, you better not have put what I think you've put here.
why?
You better not be.
What do you think?
I will wait and see. Tom, what's your best film of the year?
Watchmen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I enjoyed that film, but
I like
The
Watchmen.
best
I don't think it is the best film.
superhero movie.
I don't think
No.
it's even the best version of that film.
Is there another
There's a
version?
series coming out, and I hope it's better.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard about the series.
Because
It's
But
good.
no,
They
I
messed
wouldn't.
up
I
the
disagree
ending
that
so
it's the best superhero film, but I love the opening.
Mm.
I love
The
the
opening's
the
really
opening montage. No, that's brilliant.
it's just at the end in the comics, the sort of device, world-destroying device, is like a slimy sort of
slime thing.
a slimy little slime thing. No, like a. I forgot what it's called. Well, we should have
A
put a
bird.
song in there, by the way. No, what are they called? Octopus sort of thing that destroys the city, and they replaced it with a blue light, and it really annoyed me
Yeah.
because I hate blue lights destroying cities.
Why does it happen a lot?
Yeah, like every film,
All right.
every Avengers film, every
Blue
Superman
lights, isn't it?
film,
Blue's a lovely colour.
blue lights. You know what I
Big
mean?
up
A city
people
gets
like the
destroyed,
colour blue.
somebody sets off a machine. There's a big blue
There's a
light.
big beam going
You know
up
you
into the
are,
sky,
lads.
and,
Yeah, every film ever.
Right. So before we come to a conclusion, let's have a song.
No, let's come to a conclusion. There.
Sorry,
We
I
can't
haven't
leave people.
I haven't written down what 2007 or 8 was.
So it was Iron Man.
Wait, for 2007?
No. It was No Country for Old Men.
No Country. 2008.
And then Iron Man.
Did you agree on Iron Man?
I'll agree on Iron Man.
I didn't like Iron Man.
And I will happily agree with Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Because it is a great film.
It is a great film. And
Any
that
Tarantino
was
film is a great
the only
film.
other thing I got written down for 2009, Hurt Locker, which was 2009 or 2008.
Was it?
Enough. And I mean, the one that nobody's mentioned is Avatar.
That was almost my first choice.
I've mentioned, that's what I thought you were going to pick. I've mentioned it because, you know, it cleaned up. It was the bit, was, if not is.
It's a very
anymore,
forgettable film.
I remember nothing about that. I think it was a good film at the time, and I think if you watch it now, it's like overhyped, overrated. Because at the time it was special effects.
I can't remember any standout scenes in that at all.
Blue
Really.
people, trees.
They all just blur into one.
Whereas, yeah. And we're doing that.
I'm not a fan of it.
Cool.
It's basically Pocahontas. But
I've got down Moon, which is
Moon's a good film.
Duncan Jones.
Moon's a good film. These are honorable mentions 2009.
Yeah, 500 Days of Summer. It's a very quirky film. District 9.
Yeah.
That's a good film.
Yeah.
And then he went on to make some absolutely atrocious films.
I don't think they're that bad.
Elysium and Chappie, awful.
I quite like Chappie.
I was just like,
I quite like it.
Oh,
yeah, and then
I think
Chappie,
it made me ill.
Chappie, I got.
I think
cancer.
Elysium.
I
actually think.
Wait, I've got a soundbite.
I was like Matt Damon in Elysium when I watched Chappie.
I was. Honestly, I was just like, yeah, such potential. But have you seen Short Circuit?
Right, we're getting off topic. Chappie's terrible.
It's
Right,
just terrible.
Josh is wrong. Put us on God. I will fight for how bad
Test
Chappie
back. I definitely have breast cancer.
is.
Rest in
True.
peace,
I did when I
Tom.
had Chappie. Terrible.
And I also put down The Hangover.
Oh, yeah. Good
Yeah,
comment.
it's a good film. Good film. Right, back after this song.
What kind of money?
Oh, wrong one.
That wasn't fade out. So,
we're just too excited.
we're too excited.
We
We're running
cannot
out of
contain
time.
it.
And to be honest, from when it gets from like 2012 onwards, it gets increasingly difficult.
Yeah.
But, so, moving on. We're into 2010 now. We're in the 10s. I reckon
2010s.
I think I've got...
Tom
There was a lot of films in this.
Has just gone through back surgery because he's old.
Because he's old, he's in a hospital.
My kids aren't visiting him.
His kids aren't visiting him. They've got
He paid for him
decent
to go
jobs.
to college and they just don't even.
And that's
visit.
it. That's it. So as 2010, I've put a film I really, really, really like. My favourite bank robbery film is The Town.
The Town. Yeah, it's
I
an honourable
haven't
mention
seen
for
it.
me. Yeah, it's really good
And
actually.
I love The Town.
Probably one of Ben
I think-
Affleck's best.
Yeah, I'd say it is Ben Affleck's best. I think it's a brilliant
Great
film.
performance, especially when you consider he was directing as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So that's what I put as my best
Yeah.
film for the year.
I could get behind that, but I've put. Well, I'll go through my honourables first.
Oh, interesting.
Toy Story 3,
Yeah. Honourable mention.
Do you know what?
Definitely honourable mention. But
True Grit.
the remake of True Grit. That girl in that film was brilliant.
It's so much better than the original.
I'll give you that.
Another Coen Brothers one. Boy by Taika Waititi.
Oh yeah, I've not seen that yet, but I'll get around to that.
And I got The Town down. But I went with Inception.
Yeah, I thought.
I really wish I had the soundbite so I can go. But I don't. So yeah,
Interesting. Yeah. I've got 3 honorable mentions down. I've got Toy Story 3, Inception, and the other honorable mention I've got down, which I thought was a really good film, and a proof that James Franco can act is 127 hours.
Yes.
Is that your best film?
No. My
Honourable
best
mention?
film is Toy Story 3.
Fair enough.
Toy Story 3.
Very fair enough.
Honestly broke me the most. That scene.
It is sad.
I was
I nearly cried at the
bawling.
end of that.
I was
Don't lie,
bawling.
you cried.
I didn't cry.
You get in that gender-neutral toilet and cry. It's a sad
I
film.
haven't cried since I was like 14.
It is a sad.
Mate,
Yeah, fair enough.
Just
Yeah.
that
It is a
film
very
though,
sad film.
it's just great.
It is
It's
sad.
just
It is
really great.
But yeah, great film. Top
But,
film.
yeah, no. I'll go
Yeah,
through
worthy of a shout.
honorable mentions for me. Tron. I'm gonna have to say this is at the top. One of my top honorable mention is Tron, because for a remake of an old classic Disney movie, normally they're really bad, but this one was.
It's not a remake, it's a reboot.
Well,
Well, not even a reboot, it's a
a
sequel.
sequel, yeah, a reboot sequel.
Jeff Bridges is back.
He is.
It's one of those very first few films with the aging thing.
Yeah.
They do. It's
And
good.
it was good.
It looks good. It's probably the best it's been.
I mean,
Honestly.
I've not seen it, so I'm not
You
going to
know,
comment. But I can't imagine it's anywhere near as good as like The Town or Toy Story.
It's a fun romp, but it's not necessarily
Fun romp. There it is again.
But
fun romp.
it's just
We love a good fun
the
romp in
style
here, not the
that
Kevin
it did.
Spacey
It was
kind.
just everything was just neon blue or neon red, and like
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean
just-
that's Tron though, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then I also had Devil. Good little like. Sort
Is that the elevator?
Oh, is that
one?
the elevator
Yeah,
one?
not the
Yeah, I've
elevator
seen
one.
that.
It was. I liked it because it
Yeah,
was
stupid
in
but,
an elevator.
Yeah. Different. Trying to be
Devon
original.
is
Yeah,
that-
I get that.
But then Shutter
Fair enough.
Island.
I'll give you that
Shutter
for originality.
Island,
Yeah,
True
I
Oh, I
didn't
didn't
put it
even
down.
see that. Yeah, no, it is a really good film, but
Did you put down Treasure Island?
No.
That was on my
Shutter Island.
Oh yeah, Treasure Island was on my honorable mentions for what I think like 1999 or something or 2001.
what Muppet Treasure Island?
No, not Treasure Island. Planet.
Oh,
Planet.
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
one. What a
A
film.
little droid.
So what we settling on for 2010?
I think the town.
Toy Story 3.
I could go with The Town,
Interesting.
but I could also go with Toy Story 3.
mm,
But I think
I think the
I
town.
haven't seen the town.
I don't
so
think Toy
can't.
Story 3 is the best Toy Story, so I'm gonna go with The Town.
Fair enough. That's a good
Fair.
shout. That's a
Fair.
decent reason. Right, moving swiftly on. 2011. I found it a pretty easy year. I'm not gonna lie. I think we'll all have the same film.
Yeah.
I don't think we will.
Interesting. Well, now I don't anymore
I
because I
don't.
thought it was pretty safe. I put Drive.
No,
Ooh.
it was a garbage film.
I like
Interesting.
Drive.
Interesting
But
tactical
I
error.
like Drive, but
I was so. do you know
after
what?
seeing that director's other films, I'm like, he just got lucky.
I watched it recently.
Well, no,
and
Neon Demon.
There was so much hype behind Drive. I was so disappointed.
Whenever there is hype, you've
Banging
got-
soundtrack.
Banging soundtrack.
Yeah.
I think it's a brilliant film.
I just thought like the
But I
script was
also-
sloppy.
I
It was
also-
just cheap.
I love Ryan Gosling as well. Like,
Yeah, I like a
I
moody
can't-
I did
Ryan.
appreciate
Moody
his
Ryan
performance.
Gosling's my favourite type of Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling. Yeah, it's on my honourable mentions.
and I've only got one honorable mention for this,
Wait.
and it's The Artist, and I haven't even seen it. I've just
No, I've
heard
not
it's
seen that.
amazing.
Yeah, no.
So
I've not
I put it on honorable mention, but
I know what
struggle-
Tom. I
struggle
bet
for
guess what
anything
Tom's
else.
favourite film is.
Go on.
Warrior.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
'Cause I've told him. I told him.
Did you?
Yeah, we like last season. We
Is
were
that
like,
your favourite film
What's
ever?
your favourite films? I was like RoboCop.
Oh yeah, because you told
and
Wobster
then-
and he was like, "Oh yeah, the Warriors." That's a great.
Yeah,
film.
he thought I was on about like the street fighting one.
The
of
Coney
the-
Island one. That film is so great. The Warriors. Have you ever seen that, Jack?
I've never seen it. No.
It's like set in a fictional world where gangs meet up. Well, it's like gangs, but they've all got like some sort of gimmick. So these gangs wear like cut off sleeve leather jackets, but that's it, and
So
jeans.
You probably have like greasers.
The
and
Wa-
then you have,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Black
And then the Warriors,
Panthers,
and then they all have a gang meet up, and then the king gang gets like murdered,
Alright.
and then like everybody blames the Warriors, so they got to get back to Coney Island, which is their place.
Tony Islanders in New York.
Yeah, from
Right.
wherever they are in New York, and all the other gangs are hunting them. And then there's a scene in it. It's so funny where they're running away for their lives, and one of them spots a woman on a bench, and he's like, "You guys go ahead. I'm
I'm just gonna pull.
I'm just gonna pull." And she's
What?
like, "No," and he's like, "Look, you're getting with me whether you like it or not." And this character just
Is it
turns.
Kevin Spacey.
This guy, yeah, he just turns into a rapist, and he's like running for his life. He's like, "No, I gotta get my leg over." So he stops, and she turns out to be an undercover police officer, just sat on the bench, handcuffs him to the bench, and leaves him. So
It's an
fantastic!
excellent
It's such a fantastically bad film.
Well, anyway, that wasn't in 2011. so
2011,
sorry
I
for-
went with Midnight in Paris.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Ooh.
Woody Allen film.
Interesting choice.
Also,
yeah,
a
I've
A lot
heard
of
about
women
it.
would disagree with you there.
He's only accused. It's not been
It's
proven.
only accused. So's Kevin Spacey. Or did he?
It's
Did
pretty
he?
proven. It's pretty proven. He
Pretty.
said, "I don't remember, but I'm gay." So
I'm gay, so it's all right. And Tom?
Warriors.
Oh yeah, you
Warrior.
said Warrior.
I got Warrior down as well. I got Warrior 50-50. Take
Well,
Shelter.
If you two want to agree on Warrior, then it's fine. Because
I can agree on that. Yeah,
I mean, I have heard it's an amazing film. I know everyone's watching it. So.
it's very cringy in places. I found it's like, and there's a scene in it where it's like about two estranged brothers who fight each other in an MMA tournament, and they only get revealed that they're brothers to the audience at the very end, and it's like a scene where the announcer goes, "The two men fighting each other in the match of the century are brothers," and it
Yeah,
cuts to audience shots, and they're all like,
But
And
that's
it's
like,
like,
just the style of the people that announce the fights,
"Yeah,
isn't it?
it is proper cringy."
well,
It's one of those things where it's like that character would say that, but I've got
best,
second-hand embarrassment.
one of the
from
best songs with the ending shot of them two walking down the tunnel with the National.
class.
Yeah.
Definitely.
well,
Start a war.
moving on. Anyway, because now, I think in my opinion, but in everyone's opinion, if you actually look through, from 2012 onwards, this whole thing gets really difficult.
It does.
I found
I struggle, and I to be honest, I'm gonna go last in this one because none of you are gonna have the same film as me.
2012.
Is it? Wait, which one?
Don't say honorable mentions. Say your best film, and then we'll go
Okay,
best
right.
film first.
I'll go first.
Best
Cloud
film.
Atlas.
Wow.
Tom, leave the room.
Wow.
Tom, leave the room.
That was that was very left of
Tom.
field. I did not see that coming.
What? Tom, get out. What is that? Cloud Atlas? No. Terrible. Yeah, I will.
What?
Terrible. terrible film.
Nah.
I don't think it's the worst Wachowski
Unbelievable
film,
first
but that's
film.
not saying much.
I enjoyed it.
I think it's the best
Well,
one since
Tom
The
liked it.
Matrix, but
Moving on.
wow.
Here we go.
I went with... Well, I had 2 down because I weren't sure if you were allowed documentaries.
Interesting.
So my original choice would have been Django,
Yes. Well, that would
course.
have been probably my choice if it.
but
you know
I
what,
instead went with Searching for Sugar Man.
Fair, you really like that
That's
film.
my favourite.
That is a
It's
good
my
film.
favourite
I liked it. I
documentary.
like the music.
One
to
of
be
my
honest.
favourite album of all time as well. His
Yeah,
first album.
It was
so.
good. It was a good film actually.
Yeah, I
enjoyed
love
it.
that. Love that film.
However, I've got a lot of honorable mentions. I'm going to read out my honorable mentions first. So I've
Go
got
on.
Django's my honorable mentions, which probably would have won.
Such
Ooh,
but
interesting.
Diva.
So,
was good-
so Django hasn't won.
there was
right,
good films
of all,
this year.
of all things,
Yeah.
right? Looper, brilliant film.
Yeah, I got that down.
Really, really good film.
Yeah.
Right. Avengers, I thought,
Yeah.
but it is a brilliant film.
Is that Avengers Assemble?
Avengers 1?
Yeah.
The first one.
It is a really good film.
No, it's the best Avengers.
Yeah, but that's not saying much. Age of Ultron's
And
crap.
I've got Argo written down.
Argo is
okay.
good. Argo,
Great film. Argo, heck yourself.
Are you going to say Wreck-It Ralph?
I'm
Actually,
not.
a good one.
Cabin in the Woods, I've got written down.
Ooh, that's
Very, very good
very
film.
good
I really
film.
like.
It's an interesting
nice,
concept,
Nice take
but,
on it
you know.
all.
Josh
Sure.
Whedon, another sex
Are
offender.
you ready?
Go on.
Are you ready,
Is it?
boys? Les Miserables.
I mean, Russell Crowe can't sing.
I mean,
Russell Crowe's the best bit of that film.
I enjoyed it.
I think it's a great film. I think it's a great film.
I mean, I enjoyed the first half before I actually got into a revolution, and then I just got
Oh
bored.
no.
Uh,
Anyway,
What kind of money?
When I thought about it, the amount of hype I had all year long from trailer to the final film was unbelievable. Like I could not get over that film, even before it came out, and I've never even heard of it. Never been watching it at this stage or anything.
It came up on one of my searches because there's a Les
And then-
Miserables from 1997.
And then I went watching it and I loved it, and I went watching it again and I loved it, and I watched it again and I loved it, and I can sing all the songs.
It's not for
See,
me.
I-
I think
I-
his other film...
I love the soundtrack, especially between
I should have put that down.
Jean and.
All the songs are
Should
brilliant.
have put
all
that
that,
down for
but-
2009, The Damned United, about Brian Clough. If
Never
there was in
heard
it.
of
But I wouldn't. I would say. Right. So here are my honorable mentions. Django, Wreck-It Ralph.
Django.
Wreck-It Ralph is a great.
Yeah,
film.
Wreck-It Ralph is a good film.
Dread.
Yeah, I
Dread,
didn't,
I
I didn't
enjoyed
put it
Dread.
down, but I was thinking
I
about
enjoyed
it.
Dread.
It was a good
Yeah,
one.
I'll give you that.
I hope it gets a
Um,
sequel.
And then Jack Reacher was another one because I.
You know what? Jack
I
Reacher 1 is
enjoyed-
actually decent.
Jack
Yeah.
Reacher.
Jack Reacher 2 is absolutely
great. Oh,
atrocious.
Yeah, it's,
Jack Reacher 1 is a good. Is
But
pretty
I
fun.
would
It's
say
pretty funny.
Django would be, if not for
I'll give you
Atlas,
Django, right?
I've got
I mean,
I've got Django, Lawless, Life of Pi,
Cool.
Seven Psychopaths.
Lawless is pretty good. Tom Hardy won't die in that film.
He does die in the end, though.
He won't
If
until
I'm
later.
pneumonia.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that bit
Ridiculous.
does
He
annoy
gets
me.
his throat slit and he just goes,
Gets
"I'm
throat
just going to
split,
hospital,
gets
mate.
shot.
Just going
Yeah,
to
because he's the
hospital."
coolest character
Because
in
he
the
is
world.
an absolute
And then
madman.
he does
Sa-
a little
have you seen
jiggle.
Have you seen his
Someone
shoulders in that
slits his
film?
entire throat and he goes,
He's already
I just wanted to
he's
the
already in
hospital."
Bane mode by that, so he's
No,
massive.
he's that's from Warrior. Like it's.
Yeah, and Bane. They all came out
Anyway.
at the same time.
I think...
Mm.
What was your favourite film again?
Sugar Man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we'll have
But
to
I could
settle
go
on
with Django.
I
Yeah,
think,
I
I
was
think,
about
I
to say,
think
yeah.
it's the safest bet is to settle on Django here. Because,
Django. Even though it is plagiarized. Did you hear about that?
no.
He stole it off some students, Tarantino. Just changed everything about it.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. Like
Oh,
He's
man.
got to pay like alimony to him or whatever. What the equivalent of that is compensation.
Brilliant film, though. Don't
Yeah.
care. Students were good.
It's a
Give them a job.
Right, 2013. Are we skipping songs? Let's just whilst we're on a roll.
yeah.
Right, I've
So,
got
This one.
this one had some really great films. I think
This one was a
tough.
tough. I think I've guessed what you've got. You've either got it as your main film or as honorable mention.
Right.
But
This is probably one of the best years for films, I think, recently.
I think I'd completely agree with you. I kept seeing films and I was like, I've got to write that down.
Right, well,
I've got to write that down.
What do you think I've got?
I think because you said you said later it's in your honorable mentions. I think it might be Inside Llewyn Davis.
No, it's not actually.
Interesting.
I've not even got it down, but yeah, I do
You've not
love
even
that
got it in
film.
your honorable
I
mentions.
do think that's a great film.
Because
but
it is a great film and you really like that.
I do love it. I love folk
So-
music. So
So I thought safe bet for I've gone pretty I mean, to be honest, I feel like it's difficult not to go pretty mainstream with this year because all the films were so good, but they're all
Yeah.
so good in terms of Oscar. Good.
mine won best screenplay, I think.
Mine don't know what mine won. I've gone for Wolf of Wall Street. I think Wolf of Wall Street.
Interesting.
Goodfellas 2 is what it is. It's a remake of Goodfellas.
It
modern
is.
day.
Do you know what?
It's-
I would appreciate
it's a really fun-
that if
It's a great film.
there's
It's
a
fun.
little bit that irritated me that just ruined the whole film, and there's a few scenes where the editing, like the bit when he gets caught by his missus in the limo, right? There are 3 clips in that where the limo drives off. Granted, they're like on the side, but if you pay attention,
Yeah, he's
enough,
not one for continuity. Have you seen the Casino?
Yeah.
Where like they blow the car up
And it
they
blows
just
up,
switch to
constantly blows up again.
yeah, and like it switches to a dummy
But-
just before it explodes.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
so obvious.
But I just thought that great film that was done really well with, especially with the cinematography with the CGI places like the boat in the water and then the houses and all that kind of stuff. I just thought it was just such a cop out when they just didn't care about the shots not being continuity.
Well, I think it's a great film. So interesting. What have you got as your
Her,
brilliant film?
yeah, my
Brilliant.
favourite.
Honorable mention.
I love Spike Jonze.
When I was scrolling through the list, I saw Her and I thought, right, top of my list already. And it came to Wolf of Wall Street, and I think it was what was in the end between Her
I
and
think
Wolf
Wolf of Wall
and
Street's
I took
fun,
it.
but I don't think it's the best film.
It's
I don't think it's his
okay.
best film. I don't think it's.
Oh, it's
the
not his
film.
best film. I'd agree with you there.
But there's some good films.
But-
Dallas Buyers Club is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got loads.
honourable mention.
I'm intrigued to hear what Tom's is before we talk about honorable mentions.
Sorry, yeah.
Because I am intrigued because there's so many good ones.
I'm undecisive. Like I've
You've
got
got to pick one.
I
Pick
did
one.
pick one earlier, but now I'm not.
Pick one. Say it.
Use your words.
Say it.
Express yourself,
You
Tom.
got 3 seconds. You're not having one, and you have to have one. It's the rules.
I think that's 3 seconds.
Say it. Go.
Shit.
That's not a film.
Apologies.
I picked Monsters University.
What? Right.
But
I won't
I'm
don't get me
regretting
wrong.
now, yeah.
Good film.
Not seen that one.
It is a very good film,
Very good
right? However, it is not better than. And let me rattle off some films for you here. World War Z, Inside Llewyn Davis, Her, Gravity, Dallas Buyers Club, and Captain Phillips.
I
Okay.
put Captain Phillips. I wouldn't say is great.
Captain
I mean, World War
Phillips is a
Z
good film.
This
is
is great.
World War Z. If you look at the original script for that, nothing like it. It's completely reshot the entire thing. They balls that up completely.
but I still think it's a very.
I put down Prisoners. I was very near.
Prisoners is a great
Yeah.
film.
I really nearly put
always
it down
forget
as my
about Prisoners,
favourite.
But yeah,
Right.
Prisoners is a great film.
So right.
What was
so
your second? I'm intrigued.
As
What
I was
are you
saying,
battling
like,
between?
I'm not deciding on
And
Monsters
Rush.
University.
Have you seen that?
I've
Rush
got-
is a great
I got
film.
film
Oh,
that-
with Rush that year as well.
Rush
Tough
that
year.
year. Yeah.
The film
Rush
that
is
I
great.
want to pick, I'm not picking because I don't want you guys to be like.
What is it?
It's
Cloud Atlas 2.
Snowpiercer.
Never heard of it.
Snowpiercer is good. Yeah.
Right.
It's,
I've seen it.
yeah.
Chris Evans. He's basically humanity. Like something happens to the climate and it gets to like sub-zero temperatures, and all of humanity are on one train that loops around
If
the whole
you
world.
like forget the fact that a train is the least practical way to get around the last surviving part of the population, it's fantastic.
Oh, fair enough.
So it's like all the scum are at the one end and all the rich people at the other end, and they just basically make their way up the train because
Together and
they
then-
can't
So
live
it's like
it,
a
they can't live like
revolution.
that. It's a revolution down a train,
Oh, that's pretty
and it's got some very good social. You'd love it.
It's like
Jack. It'd be
high rise.
around-
Is it like high rise but sideways?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair.
It's got John Hurt,
We
Chris
could do it.
Evans.
Rip, my man. John Hurt.
It's by what's his name? That famous Korean director.
Who's the?
Kwak Jong. Yeah, Boon Jo Ho.
Racist. Anyway, moving on. Good year. Very good year for film. I remember watching that Oscars. That was the first Oscars I properly watched, and I was like, "This is tough." Because
Good films.
I
good
watched
films.
Gravity, and all the way through Gravity,
Gravity
my
is-
jaw was dropped.
See,
It's a spectacle, but I don't think it's a good
if
film.
you watch it,
Oh my
if you
gosh.
watch it on the TV, it's nowhere near. It doesn't have anywhere near the impact as it has in the cinema.
Yeah.
If you didn't
But
watch
I
it
don't
in the
think that-
cinema,
that-
it won't matter. Like if you didn't watch Gravity in the cinema,
I don't
you'll
think
Gravity
films should be
was a very
made just
epic
to be in
film.
the cinema, though.
No, I'll agree with you there, but I think that was one of the films that was made to be just in the cinema. But yeah,
What are we agreeing on?
I'd be bored if I watched Gravity now.
what was your pick again, Jack?
My pick was Wolf of Wall Street.
What was your pick?
Hair.
Okay,
I
I'm
can-
changing my pick. It's now Snowpiercer.
I can sit behind her easy. Hers a brilliant
I
film.
haven't seen it. I
love
can
her.
sit behind
It's a
Wolf
Spike
of
Jonze
Wall Street as well,
I
but
don't mind.
I'm voting her.
I'd give her. I think her is a brilliant film.
fair.
Her
Right.
is flawless.
Bloody hell, we're flying.
We're only flying because we're struggling on time in terms of how
Yeah,
many
'cause
we've
we
got
still
to
need
talk
to-
about
we
in
still
the
need
next
to
3
pick-
years.
We need to pick our best one from.
2014.
That's it, Tom.
2014.
Yeah,
Joaquin Phoenix again.
I had a. Again.
it was hard.
Like I
It
said,
was
I didn't-
Like I said, I had a
very,
stroke then.
very hard.
2014. I didn't struggle with. Because
Did you not?
No, I didn't as well. This was-
2014
this
to
was like-
2016. Each year I've known which my favourite film of the year was.
2015 I struggled with, but not 14. 14 was easy.
2014 for me, Whiplash.
Yep,
Easy, the
I'm with
best
that.
film of the year. Easy.
I voted with
And
Jack.
how it didn't win an Oscar for Best Picture is beyond me. Because Birdman, that won the Oscar that year, is on my honorable mentions and is a brilliant film.
Cinematically,
But Whiplash
Yeah.
was
in terms of,
unbelievable.
should have won the cinematographer, which it did.
Whiplash was unbelievable.
Yeah, it won.
I can't fault Whiplash in any
It was
way.
probably the best camera work.
Definitely best camera work.
Whiplash was the best.
Edited, definitely best
Whiplash
editing,
was at least the best,
best
script
sound,
and definitely
some of the best
camera.
acting. He won supporting actor for that. So
Yeah, J.K. Simmons. He was
but
good.
yeah, so I mean, it was the quality. Yeah, but I'm intrigued to what you've put on. If you've not put those,
Now this was hard.
I'd like to guess at what you put. To be honest,
Originally,
it was.
I put,
It's a tough film. If I didn't love Whiplash so much, I'd have struggled. But I
Yeah,
didn't
I like Whiplash.
because I
That's
adore
fair.
Whiplash.
Favour for that as well.
the one I went for first was Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I
Brilliant
put it down.
film. It's a brilliant film. It is.
Honourable mention.
Because literally Jake Gyllenhaal's performance in that is off the chart.
Everyone's Riz Ahmed's brilliant in that.
Yeah.
Boyhood won Best Picture that year, didn't it?
We never mentioned Four Lions. When one was Four Lions?
2010.
Oh, there you go. Sure. Call back. Four Lions. Great film.
But
It's my favourite comedy.
It's a brilliant film.
last minute I changed to Gone Girl.
Oh, interesting. Like Gone Girl is a good
It's-
film, but I wouldn't say it's.
2010,
I say there's still other films that year that were better. Than
Yeah,
that.
I would. To be honest,
I liked Gone Girl, but I watched it once and I sort of remember it all. I remember the main plot, which is good for a film
if it
because it's not
wasn't
forgettable. But I don't think I can watch it again because I remember it all
Mm.
like I watched it recently.
if it wasn't for
Weirdly
the fact that I can't remember the lead actress's role, their name in it.
Rosalind
Yeah,
Pike.
If she didn't do such a great
Playing a
switch,
psycho.
like playing
Women
a
do that very
psycho,
easily,
literally
Tom.
doing the whole like throat slitting and all
Yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
stuff, I would have been like, oh, yeah, it's no
I
one.
know, yeah, she messed up Barney.
But
She did.
that was just such a good ending.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
be like,
So I mean,
holy-
I'll list off some honourable mentions because again, I wrote down a lot for this.
Yeah, same.
Birdman was a close second,
Got
I
that
think, for
one.
me. I loved Birdman, but because I just thought it was very clever. I thought it was stupidly clever. I didn't know because I remember because I thought Birdman deserved to win cinematography that year, and I think it did.
Did.
Yeah,
Because the guy who won Gravity won
'cause it was
Birdman
all-
and then also won
Yes,
Revenant.
it was because Alfonso Cuarón's
Yeah, he won.
mate, wasn't it?
won it 3 years in a row.
Yeah. So I've got Birdman. I've got Theory of Everything written down. Although I never watched it because I thought this is the most Oscar bait film I've ever heard of in my entire life, and I
It was good,
refused to
though.
watch it.
Was
Heard
good.
it's good, and I'm sure it was, but it was like the most Oscar bait film
Ex
I've ever heard
Machina.
of in my life. Ex Machina, I've got written down.
Ooh, that was wait.
No, I've not. I've got
That's
that next
2015,
year. I've got that next
yeah.
year. We'll work
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Ex
My
Machina.
mistake.
Excuse us.
I'm going to put that down for 15.
Lego Movie.
No.
It was a good film.
No, it got right. That was
It's
a
a good
good
film.
film up until they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this isn't real. It's all in the kid's head."
No.
No.
Yeah,
That's great because I was like that when I was a kid. I'm what made up worlds.
I don't.
Did you have no imagination?
I did.
Tom was never a kid. When Tom was a
I
kid,
already knew that. I didn't need it in bloody
No,
Lego.
but kids need that.
Tom
now.
was born a
Nowadays-
fully grown adult in the
Nowadays,
1980s.
kids are told they can't do anything. And to be honest, it is nice
They
to
play
show a kid this
games,
film and go,
the
"Ah,
Xbox
kid, that's
and
me."
stuff.
Is a kid gonna watch that and be like, "My parents should play with me more"?
Maybe.
No,
If
they're
your
just
dad's
gonna-
Will Ferrell.
They're just gonna
Or
go
Kevin
while
Spacey.
we're watching
Will Ferrell's the main villain in that, and that's his dad. So,
Yeah.
I know.
That- the
I
whole
get.
point
I
is-
get the concept. It's a great concept.
anyway,
but I'm
it's a
just
good
like,
film.
It's really good.
Regardless-
I love it.
It is a really good film, right? Regardless of your take on it, I think factually, in terms of film, it is really
Yeah.
good.
Right. Fine. I'll put down
I've also-
Fury as well.
Fury's a good film. I really like Fury. Another standoff
Right.
film I like.
Okay.
Tom,
right.
we don't have time for you to get
Very
through.
pretty
Reckon,
cool, but
just
yeah.
two quick points.
We've got
right?
10 minutes.
Special effects look like they have Star Wars light.
That's what it
No,
looks
it's
like.
just traces. It's supposed to look like that.
I know,
Yeah.
but it just
Hey.
looked like green and red like lasers flying.
That's what
across
it's
space.
accurate. That's what
And then also like the fact that the SS battalion of Nazis were just turned into vegetables with machine guns. Like
That's what they were. Innit? Nazis. Big up the
No.
big up the
I thought you were gonna say
anti-fascists.
we did
Pick
not.
up the Nazis.
Pick up the SS. I'll take it out of context.
Don't-
Isn't it?
yeah.
But like it was just like such a they would have been like destroyed. Like even if they were in that tank, they would have been destroyed with
They
it.
did all get destroyed.
I know, but like it would have been way.
They didn't
sooner.
win.
Look, I think that was one of the very few war films I've seen in recent years where you have a proper. Like when I watched that, I was like, wow. You know when you think when people always say, "Oh, they died for us," and you're like, "Yeah, all right, come on, let's do this minute silence, let's get on."
It was more of a.
But I
I
was
got to a
like,
point in that film and
Most
when
people,
no one's living this. No one's living
yeah.
this. Except
I like
maybe
the
Shia
the,
LaBeouf
the
for
point
some reason.
where they're stuck and like we can flee or we can save some people and
Yeah.
die, and I thought it was very good.
So anyway, moving on. I've got Interstellar written down. I hated it. It's the worst film I've ever.
Yeah,
seen.
I
Shite.
I like
enjoyed it, but
Absolute
Right,
shite.
2015,
But I wrote
let's
it
move
down.
on,
Hang on.
2015.
I wanted to mention Grand Budapest Hotel as well.
That's pretty good. Pretty
Because
good.
great film and Foxcatcher as well.
2015.
And American
John
Psycho.
2015.
John Wick.
2015.
2015. Best film of
2015.
2015. Easy. No messing about. Force Awakens.
no,
Easy.
nah.
Easy.
Definitely not.
Sorry, Star
Definitely
Wars.
not.
It's winning. It's
Well,
winning, and it's the best Star Wars.
I would
film,
probably
so
say
it's
Ex Machina
comfortably
now that
winning.
it's 2015 because I was really,
It was close.
So
it was
I
close.
really
It's
struggled
close.
this year. I went with. Well, I never really had
I-
a set choice.
to be
I went with
honest,
Green
I
Room, but I
struggled
don't.
this
I went
one.
with Green Room, but I don't think it is the best
Green
film.
Room.
Green
It's just
Room
my
is
favourite.
Green
good.
Room's 2016.
Like, it's very good.
Well, I
but-
got a US release in 15.
I was going to have English release. Well, I've got.
I pick when it first comes
What
out.
have you got as your main film?
Mad Max.
Or Demolition
Good
Jack.
shout.
I know
Mad
you like that
Max.
one.
Which one?
Straight
Demolition.
out there.
Demolition's a very good film, but I didn't even put it in our mentions because there's so much. Mad Max
Hardcore
is
Henry as well.
What? No, Mad Max is.
Straight Out of Compton.
Hardcore
No,
Henry
I'm not
is-
putting Straight Out of Compton. That was the most overrated crap I've ever
I
seen.
really like it.
So I think Mad Max is well worthy of being in top one, easy, because it's a flawless film. It's a brilliant film.
Right.
But what I've written down, I think if I hadn't had Force Awakens, I'd have said it would have been a really tough one between Revenant and Room.
Overrated.
Yeah, I was about to
I
say,
love
like,
Revenant.
I
can't
do
fault
love
it.
Revenant. It's a gorgeous
It might be another
film.
one of those. I've not watched it on DVD, but it might be another one of those that if you
I
watch it in the
can't-
cinema, it has much
It
more
annoys me
impact.
that Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar for that, and
And not for
all,
some of
of,
the other
all
stuff
of his
he's done.
nominations.
Yeah,
that was
I
probably
get
his like
that.
most
Yeah.
average performance.
But it'd have been between that or Room. I don't know if you know you watched Room. Did you watch Room?
Nah, I have not.
Yeah, I've
I
watched
adored Room. I thought it was an amazing film. I literally.
it's pretty good. Yeah,
I loved
pretty
it.
good. The kid in it's all right.
But some other thing I've
Jacob
got.
Tremblay.
Jacob Tremblay, yeah, he's doing alright now. Some other things I wanted to mention was Spotlight, which I thought was good, but I thought it was overrated.
I really like the scene where he runs down the street and finds out one of those pedo priests lives in his road. It's really
Yeah.
good.
See,
Preston's in the credits as well.
Preston is in the credits, yeah, yeah.
For pedo Catholic priests.
Pedo Catholics, yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a good film.
We
I
get
just
The
thought it was
more you
overrated.
know.
Yeah.
Sicario is a pretty flawless film.
Haven't seen it.
Sicario's really good. I watched one of the other
Sicarios-
films today I was telling
Sicarios-
Jack about.
Sicario's a great film.
Yeah, Sicario will get a mention for me.
Two right, you get mentioned. Mad Max, Inside Out, which I'd argue is the best Pixar film.
Nope.
It's my favourite Pixar film, I think.
It's good, but
I love Inside Out. But it's definitely worth an honourable mention, even if you don't think it's the best Pixar
it
film.
is definitely because it hit a very, very.
Are we settling
very
on Mad
hard
Max
fact.
though?
I'll settle Mad Max with
Mad
you.
Max.
Right, 16.
Oh no, what? Give me a second. Hateful Eight as well.
I've
I want to
got
mention.
that. Creed, The Martian, The Gift.
I love The
The
Gift.
Gift
Oh
is
my
a
god, I
great
love
film.
The Gift.
The Gift is good.
And I've got a documentary down.
Joe Edgerton.
I got Amy, Joel, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got Amy down the documentary if you watch that.
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse, which
yeah,
is a
yeah,
really
yeah,
good doc.
The Senna one's better, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Senna is unbelievable. Oh, we forgot to mention Senna. That is a quality
I think that was
documentary.
2009.
Oh, I love Senna. Right,
Senna's
moving on.
good.
2016. Struggled a little bit because this was really hard.
You're going to go with La La Land, aren't you?
No, La La Land's Tom Class in 2017.
Because he's judging it by the UK
It's
release.
January, La La Land.
I'm judging it by the US release.
I-
Yeah,
I've-
I'm doing it from what Google
I
said.
have gone Hell or High Water.
Yeah, I was.
Same.
I could.
Same.
I'll agree then, but it was close to me. Like I said today, I watched Wind River, which is Tyler Shedden, the writer of Hell or High Water and Sicario, his directorial debut. Wind River, fantastic. I watched it today. So good.
Is that with Jeremy?
Jeremy Renner, Elizabeth Olsen, John Berthel in a really good
Oh,
little
love
small
John
role.
Berthel.
It's fantastically written, really good little. He writes good films set in the middle of nowhere. It's fantastic. I love it.
So I've gone. What have you gone for then?
I went with Arrival.
Interesting.
Oh,
It was my second.
It's good.
Arrival was
It
my
wasn't
second.
my favourite when I watched it of all the films that came out. But
Arrival
that
is unbelievable. When I watched that film, I loved
I think
it.
I just-
loved the
I just in
plot
love with
twist. I
Denny
loved the
Villeneuve.
originality. I thought it was brilliant. But Hell or High Water, I love that kind of film, and I just loved it.
It was like Jeff Bridges' performance.
Yeah.
I don't know how that didn't win Best
Chris
Screenplay.
Pine, it was.
It was so good.
But also in 2016, I've got Green Room written down because I classed that as 2016. And Green Room, if nobody's seen Green Room, right, and you should, because this show is all about Green Room,
We love it.
get out and watch it. It is
It is,
unbelievable.
We should rename the room to the Green Room.
To Green Room, genuinely, we should. It's unbelievable.
It's terrifying. Honestly,
It is.
It is one
It
of
is.
the most terrifying films I've watched.
Absolutely.
It brings back scary dogs.
It does.
Dogs haven't been that scary since the 90s.
Everyone makes dogs happy now, but terrifying in that.
They
film.
are terrifying.
Rip out someone's throat.
Throats ripped out,
It's horrible.
getting stabbed to
Brilliant
death
film.
brutally.
Oh, that
Oh,
bit.
Where he
That
jumps out the window.
bit. Properly.
Yeah.
You think, oh, he's a freak. Bang, 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 dead.
Like dead. No messing
It's-
about.
You've got good
honestly
Nazis, you've got bad
terrifying.
Nazis.
There is. There's a sort of good Nazi.
I was listening back to one of our shows where Tom's talking about the good Nazi in it.
Oh yeah.
And he's like talking. He's like,
talking about good
there's
Nazi stuff.
there's a good Nazi in that film.
Well, it was like
he's a
it was like-
director
this
now.
was
He's
last
like,
week one. It was like, well, does that not mean Schindler was a good Nazi?
Schindler was a good Nazi.
Yeah.
Schindler was a good Nazi.
Oh, you
But
got Tom Cruise as well.
I've
He's a good
got,
Nazi.
He had to go into hiding after the war because he was considered
Because
a
a good Nazi, yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
he's still a
I've
good
got
Nazi.
as well for this 2016. I've got Hacksaw Ridge written down, which was a really good film, and really good film in terms of violence.
Now on Netflix.
now on Netflix. If you've not seen it, give it a watch.
Nice
Great
Guys,
film.
I've got down.
Nice Guys, very good film. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Hello, High Water, La La Land.
I've got Moana.
Yes,
down.
definitely.
I love Moana.
Probably best Disney film ever.
I will probably agree with you on that.
2017.
Moana.
No, wait.
Zootopia. Zootopia.
Yes.
We don't, because we've got to
unbelievable.
export and we've got to pick our favourite one.
And,
Rogue One. I just didn't put it first because I couldn't. I mean, I wouldn't start.
Civil War was good.
And I got a little
Ending's
indie film.
bad.
I got a little indie film down, The Witch. If anyone watched The Witch when it came out.
No.
You'd like
10
it.
Cloverfield Lane, don't break.
Oh my god, I love 10 Cloverfield Lane.
So good, I like
Last
it.
year was so good for film. This year has been...
I think it's been pretty good this year.
It has, honestly.
There's been a good
So,
spell where like 3 really good films came
I've
out.
got La La Land as the best film of the year because I was going off January release. So...
I went with Blade Runner.
Fair. Very fair shout. I'll give you that.
It's very hard. I mean, I'm looking at the list right now and...
I've got La La Land down.
Wait, I think Tom's going to go with Logan.
No,
I'm
I
surprised
was
you
disappointed
wouldn't
with
go-
Logan.
I
I was
was.
so disappointed.
Yes.
Yeah,
Can I agree? Yes.
The story's a bit crap.
Literally,
Oh, it's a bit of a crap film.
it is.
Action's
Honestly,
good.
they got to the bit where
The
they're
action
like,
is great.
Action is
It's a shame it
brilliant.
took them so long to work it
We were
out.
talking
I know.
about this earlier.
They
but
worked
yeah.
down and they were like, yeah, we're also going to then make him a cripple and make sure that he doesn't
quite
do
like that bit,
any
though.
much. No, see, I enjoyed it, but it was
Because
like,
they're setting up the girl to take
I
over.
just
I
thought
know,
it was a
but
bit boring.
they should have done one where he could be full on Wolverine.
But he's not able
slashing
to do
gore and
that.
all
Let's
that.
remember
and
that.
then they should have done.
Let's remember that
this
Hugh Jackman is like currently dealing with cancer and stuff. You know.
film. Oh, he gets like cancer on a regular basis. He does. Honestly, he's had skin cancer on his nose like 6 times.
Yeah,
he just goes
no.
and gets it removed.
So
It's hilarious.
the honourable mention I've put is Get Out. I think well worth a shout.
Yeah,
It is worth a shout.
There's some
but-
really good subtext which you won't notice until unless you're really into film or you watch like a breakdown of it.
In terms of Get Out.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Though?
like in terms of like there's some really good subtle nods that the black maid is like the mum
Yeah.
or the grandmother.
Yes,
we
yeah, there
always
is.
we always
Oh,
keep
she walks
a
into
bit
the
of our mother
kitchen.
into
We
the
always,
kitchen.
we always keep
Yeah.
a bit of her in here and then
Yeah.
punch straight to the go. Yeah. If you
Yeah.
watch it a second time, which I did the other day,
Yeah,
you
stuff like
properly
that is
notice
like
stuff, and it's very
it's like
clever.
really good. But
It's very. I mean, I guess the twist the first time round. I don't think it's particularly hard to guess.
No.
But
Ah,
I
yeah.
don't think it all leads
It
to it.
was
But
all
I
in
still
the
I still
trailer.
think it's a genius. But I never watched
yeah,
trailers.
yeah, I think
I don't
it's-
watch trailers.
So
Except
and
for,
then
like, Star
my
Wars.
honourable mentions are. I know I picked this. I think this was my favourite when it came out because 3 films came out very close together: Planet of the Apes, Baby Driver, Dunkirk, and Dunkirk was my favourite.
Dunkirk is.
But I don't know if I could sit down and watch Dunkirk as often as I could sit down and
And
watch
watch
Blade Runner or
Blade
anything,
Runner or-
anything else like that.
Or,
Baby
well,
Driver.
Baby Driver, or War for the Planet of the Apes. Which to be honest, we haven't even honourable mentioned any of those Planet of the Apes
I
trilogy,
did have Dawn of the
and
Planet
we
of the
should
Apes
have
as
done
one of mine.
because
Yeah,
I think
that
it
last
is
one
one
was
of the best
my
trilogies.
least favourite of them because it
Dawn.
just turns into a bit of a
War.
last one.
War. I still think
Just
I still
too much,
thought-
too much of it. It just sort of
I
there's a
still
bit
thought
where
it
they
was-
get to the camp and the others are walking to the camp and it's just too long.
I still thought it was really good.
Too much
I,
waiting around.
I don't know. I still think it was a bit better than the second one. I like the second one.
All right, 2017. Who are you going with?
2017. I'm saying La La Land. mate.
Who are you going with?
I ain't disagreeing with La La Land.
There's
I
so
can
many
settle on
good ones.
Dunkirk.
I could settle
I'll
on
bet I'll
Dunkirk.
meet you in the middle and settle on Dunkirk.
Right, so I'm just gonna. Right, it's between Baby Driver,
And
John Wick, and
John Wick 2 was so good.
and
So good.
and it
It was brilliant as well. Actually,
It's
I put
between
it
those
in my
three.
top
Oh,
3.
and Murder on the Orient Orient
I've not
Express.
seen that yet. Yeah, my dad keeps telling me. There
I've
you
not
go.
seen that
See,
yet.
I should go
Ian
watch it
keeps shouting it out.
He does. He does.
Is he still listening?
Yeah, I think so. I
Good
hope
man.
so.
Good man.
Probably.
I'm probably gonna have
Hope
to
so.
go with.
Anyway, whatever you're going with, we've gone with Dunkirk.
We're going with Dunkirk. It's
And
not our.
it's
It wasn't our top
It's
choice.
a
but we're
very
going
fair
with.
shout.
Right.
Because it is
No, because I got to stop the recording in a couple of seconds. Well, minutes. Tell me which of these is your favourite.
What, from decades?
Yeah.
Which is the best film of the last 20 years? Out of. Oh, should we read out the list?
No,
first?
can we do 10 years per time? 'Cause
Okay.
I can't
Well,
pick
let me just
part of
re-
these.
So 1997, we went with LA Confidential, which was Jack's. We can work out who won. Saving Private Ryan, which was
All of ours.
all.
Same Private Ryan 1998. 1999 we went for Fight Club, which was
Right.
Josh's. 2000 went for Oh Brother Where Art Thou,
Which was
Josh's, but I would comfortably have given that. 2001 went for Monsters Inc., which
was Josh's.
Yeah.
It looks like this is cheating. He's got the keyboard. 2002, guess what? Josh's Catch Me If You Can. 2003. I'm taking Return of the King. I can recite
This
the
was
film.
all of us.
No, I can recite it. I'm having it.
I had it down as well.
I know you did, but I'm having it. Shut up.
I'll put us all down.
2004, Incredibles.
That
That's
was
mine.
Jack.
Luckily. 2005, Josh, I Walk the Line. 2006, Departed. I'm taking that.
I had it as well.
Yeah, but I'm taking it. You've got too many. 2007, No Country for Old Men. That was mine. 2008, Tom's finally in the race,
Fine.
boys.
Yay, we finally agree with Tom.
2009, me and
To
Josh.
be fair, some of these I was agreeing with you, but Jack isn't going to let me put my name on it.
2009,
that was Jack.
2010, The Town. That was me. 2011,
Tom.
Warrior. Tom's got his name on again, boys.
He's on for 2.
2012, Django was none of ours. We just sort of agreed that it was a better film than everything we did.
Well, I had Django and Sugar Man down because I weren't sure. But yeah, I'll just say no.
But well, yeah, none of us. 2013 was Her. I give that Josh, but I would have taken it. 2014, Whiplash, glorious film. How anyone could not say Whiplash was the best. 2015, Tom, Mad Max. 2016, Hell or High Water. That's me and Tom.
Yep.
And 2017,
You and Josh.
me and Josh. I mean, yeah.
Well, I said that was none of us. None of us had it as our first
Yeah,
choice.
give it none, because. So, from 1997 to 2007, I'd say the best film is Return of the King, because again, I'm biased towards Lord of the Rings, so it's completely unfair. But that's what I'm having. Return of the King.
No, I'd have to go with Saving Private Ryan.
Well, my favourite film, obviously, is Catch Me If You Can.
So you're taking Catch Me If You Can?
No, I won't say it's the best film. It's my favourite, though. I'd probably say Saving Private Ryan with Tom.
Fair shout. So then we're moving from 2008 to 2017, and I am.
This is hard.
It is tough. I'm going to go with Whiplash for that 10 years. Tough. It's very tough because you've got the likes of Inglourious and Mad Max and Hell or High Water and Dunkirk in there. But I'm going to have to sit with Whiplash because I could watch Whiplash on repeat for a number of weeks and not get bored.
I'm going to have to stick with Mad Max because it's
Fair
just a great film.
Very fair shout.
Now, I'm trying to think if I was to watch a film and like this be the only film I watch over those 10 years, it's got to have a bit of everything. So I'm thinking like Whiplash doesn't have any action. Well, it does have a bit.
Interesting.
Maybe it does actually.
But it's...
But no,
I don't
think
know,
any. I'd almost say Hell or High Water, but I didn't pick that one as one of my favourites.
I think it's as exciting as an action film, Whiplash.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Whiplash with Jack.
Ooh.
So I've sat on the fence on both times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so how many did Jack get? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Return of the King.
5, 6, 7, 8. Did I not get Return of the King?
8, 9, 10.
10.
Yeah, you missed out a couple.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
I think 10 as well.
10. Oh, how did you draw? I was on such a roll.
I know, you're doing alright.
One.
Tom's
Tom
got
got
like
3.
2 or something.
Yeah. 1, 2,
3.
3, 4, 5.
Oh,
6. I got 6.
Well
Fair
done,
enough.
Tom.
I'll give you 6.
So there we go.
There we go.
We've
done alright. This was the grand, glorious 20 best films
Right.
over 20 years.
So
one a year.
we'll still be
whatever.
on for the next few minutes, but we're just stopping the recording because if you don't know, we record our shows and upload them to YouTube every Saturday.
Where can you find those?
Oh, you can find them on our YouTube channel, Tom, the Room Podcast.
I never knew that.
Do we?
And if you want to find the links to that,
do we tweet those out?
we do tweet them out because you can find them on our Twitter at The Room Pulse or on our Facebook page, The Room Pulse Media. Nobody's guessed this week's soundtrack apart from Jack because he didn't know it and he did get it.
So that's fair. This week I kind of wanted to catch Jack out, so I went for an obscured one, which was basically just a soundtrack of Europe.
But see if you can still get it. Last week's episode, it's got 18 views.
Ooh!
Banging. The Room Podcast, its title is The Room Podcast 19, Netflix original, House of Cards, Narcos, Gerald Game, Love Cures Cancer. So that's a pretty mild one. This
episode, I'd argue, has been one of the best episodes we've ever done.
It's probably going to be Kevin Spacey again in the title.
Let's take Kevin Spacey. I get loads of
Okay.
these.
Yeah, probably. There was a lot of Kevin Spacey in today's episode.
Yeah, as it goes. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening and everything. Don't go anywhere because we're still going to play some music and stuff
And chat for a bit. Maybe non-film.
But to the YouTube people,
to the podcast listeners.
you are, well...
I'm so happy I have you as my best friend.
Thank you for listening.